You switched it up.
Let's go. Welcome to Friends with Davey, y'all. I'm your host, Davey Jackson, here with Joshua Cabaza. Producer Josh, as always. How's it going, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, we're good. We're good. We are also here with the infamous Edward Hernandez.
Word.
Ex-con turned comedian, Edward Hernandez. Ed, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. Dude. Ex-con. I don't know if that really goes away. I guess con, because it never goes away. You can never get
No, dude, you're a con for life.
Oh, I know.
Just conning people.
No.
Just hitting licks.
Ex-con.
Nah. Once a con, always a con,
They
right?
need to come up for a new term with that.
I mean, you can take the boy out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the boy, right?
I don't know. Is that the whole housewife thing? You know, when I was in Paradise, or my state-funded tour of Texas.
Yeah.
When I was in
prison.
When I was in prison, when I first got there, the ID said inmate.
Okay.
But about 2 or 3 years into being there, they did all this political reform shit, because it used to be the Texas Department of Criminal, the Texas Department of Rehabilitation.
Okay.
Of Corrections, Rehabilitation and Corrections is what it used to be. Now it's called just the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, justice. It's about justice.
We're getting these criminals.
We're not trying to rehabilitate, or we're not. They're not trying to rehabilitate anyone. It's about justice for the victim.
I'm not trying to rehabilitate at all.
It's about justice for the victim, is what they said. They said you're giving, people, too many people came out saying, look what you're spoiling them. It's Disneyland in there. And
Is it Disneyland in there?
No, I
don't. No, not from the TV shows I've seen.
There's some people that are fucking goofy in there, but it's not Disneyland. I tell you that, dude.
Hey, before we get started, before we get too deep into it, because I got a lot of questions. Edward spent, what was it, 6 years in prison?
On a 7
for knocking over a jewelry store, and we're gonna get all into it, y'all. He's got some of the wildest stories I've ever heard. Every time he starts telling a story, Josh gets real nervous.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you do.
Why? Why would I get nervous?
Your butthole tightens up.
No.
Yeah, you start really licking your lips a lot.
No, I think you're misconstruing any signs of.
That's just what you're hoping.
Oh, he's just getting turned on. He's just getting turned on. He's like, oh, prison stories. What do they do to a guy like me in there?
Well, when your cellmate turns into a soulmate, anything's.
I would want to know what tattoos that you have on your body that would get you in trouble in prison.
Oh, we'll go through that. I got to say hi to the people in the chat real quick. Wendy May is in the chat. Tanya's in the chat. Audrey up in this. And, of course, as always, Dr. Tim. Josh, say hello to Dr. Tim.
Hello, Dr. Tim.
Be nice to him.
What's up,
Always
Dr.
nice to
Tim?
him.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Tim. He's not a real doctor. It's a Dr. Pepper reference.
But who
likes
is
Dr.
nowadays, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you remember when being a doctor used to be a respectable profession?
Yeah.
Now when someone comes home with a doctor, you're like, get that piece of shit out of here. Who is he fucking over?
That's right.
That's Dr. Tim.
Oh, yeah. You want to see Dr. Tim? Throw that up on the screen, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah.
He's wearing a shirt with me on it.
That looks like years of medical school right there.
What do you think about that shirt, Edward?
I think that shirt in prison would get rave reviews.
Just so everybody knows, I like to tell everybody this. There was children that he cut out that was in the corner.
Why do you have to bring that up every live stream?
And I don't know.
It's
I just
not
feel
necessary.
Like it's context that people should know.
Edward, I was just doing a quick photo shoot at the pool.
Okay,
right?
That's.
You think that? Well, I think that's reasonable.
Children, yeah, I know if those children aren't scarred or like.
No, it was families. The moms were into it. The moms were into it. Yeah,
that's good to know.
All right. I feel like you're judging me. I feel like Josh is judging me already.
That's what I do. I judge people. I hate to see these memes. Don't judge. Only God. Nah, bullshit. I judge motherfuckers all day long.
You judge them?
Hell yeah, dude. I fucked up when I was young, and I got my felony young, so I never got to do jury duty because I felt I would have been badass at judging people, and I could have been like a Supreme Court justice if I'm so good. I see if I see some dirty dude walk in a place, I'm like, oh, look at this piece of shit.
You would have been a Supreme Court justice if you hadn't been knocking over jewelry stores?
Maybe, because I'm a good judge of people.
Okay. He's just up there on his bench. Hey, listen, fool,
Yeah, this Roe versus Wade, I would Mexicans.
Oh, we're going to get right into it. Fuck.
Mexicans, all the Mexicans I knew thought Roe versus Wade was whether to use a rowboat or to walk through the fucking water.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's Roe versus Wade to Mexicans.
Hey, I want to be very clear. I know exactly what Roe v. Wade is, all right? Contrary to what Edward's saying right now. No. We respect women on this live stream.
You've paid for many abortions.
Hey, whoa, Josh, no.
Damn.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I make them pay. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow.
But it's their right to pay.
Is
or not to pay.
Yes, thank you. Yes, they are strong, empowered women that deserve to pay for their own abortions.
On that topic, I don't.
Wow, I think I just lost everyone.
Yeah, we should never. They should never even let these fucking dudes step in and tell these women if you can't even have a baby and you don't have a vagina. That'd be like a bunch of women getting together to tell us the best way to piss standing up. And that's how we have to do it because all these women decided that this is the way men need to pee standing up.
Well, do you think they should be able to tell us to get vasectomies?
No.
No?
No.
Are you going to get a vasectomy now that you can't have abortions anymore?
Why am I going to do that, dude? I haven't had sex with a woman that has working reproductive organs in fucking years, dude. I'm 53 years old, bro. I'm in a new fucking age group, bro.
Wow, dude.
None of the women I have sex with have fallopian tubes or any of that shit, dude.
Don't they still have the tubes? They just don't work, right?
Something down there. The plumbing's fucked up somewhere.
Nah, we are like
there ain't no
like
kids crawling through the tunnels.
I think we're 0-3 on women's reproductive organs on this live stream. Like we never know what's going on. I didn't even know women had a urethra. I had no idea.
They have a urethra?
See, I knew I was not the only one, Josh.
I thought they used just regular internet. I don't know.
Oh, this is gonna go downhill fast. This is gonna go downhill fast as fuck. Yo, what up, Jonalyn Falcalan?
We should have stopped 3 times.
Yeah, they just want us to stop apparently. But actually, you know what? Let's get right into it. Actually, before we get into prison stories, before we get into prison time and your advice on how to survive prison, I just want to remind everyone we are still doing the $100 Visa gift card giveaway on the live stream. Stay tuned until the end, and you can find out how to win. It's free and clear. Edward.
Yeah.
What would you do for a $100 gift card in prison?
That's like $3, 3 gallons of gas right there, bro. You're hooking motherfuckers up.
I am. I really am.
What would I do for a Visa gift card in prison?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't know how to use a Visa gift card in prison. You're not in prison.
You can't like load up your commissary with it?
Swiping it through someone's crack and freaking be not getting shit back.
No.
What you have? You know how you go to commissary in prison is you have your ID card has a magnetic strip. And when they put money on your books, it goes on your account that's your credit card too.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so look, I've never been to prison.
You're not running around with the wallet and fucking.
I didn't know. Dude, I thought maybe you had like a chain wallet that you could carry around.
What's
if you
your
were
Cash
So
App?
you could be. Don't look at me.
Cash App maybe.
You have a chain wallet, so you're like, don't look at me. Just give me that bag of chips. Don't look at me. What the fuck?
That's your wallet?
Yeah, a chain wallet, dude. No.
So I've never been to prison.
What's the,
Wait, still young,
wait. Talking about wallets, tell them what a prison wallet is.
Oh yeah, you know what your prison wallet is, dude.
Oh, I do know that. Your prison pocket?
Your prison wallet where people stick.
It's how you smuggle stuff in, right?
Not me. You know what? Everything that I needed in prison, I bought off commissary. There wasn't anything else.
You never smuggled anything in.
No, not me personally. No.
Not you personally.
No.
People you know.
Yeah.
Smuggled stuff in.
Yes.
Did you ever have a lady friend visit you in prison and smuggle something in through her prison pocket?
No.
Never.
Nah.
Wow. Did anyone ever visit you?
Dude, I was there 6 years. I got 5 visits.
5 visits? That's not even 1 visit a year, Josh.
Thank you for doing the math, buddy.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think that last year nobody could visit you, right?
Who says that?
Well, because of the place you went to, Beto 1.
No, you can get visits.
Nobody wanted to go to Beto 1.
It was fucking far. I was in El Paso. I mean, I
This is
drove.
a long drive.
I drove 6 hours to fucking go to jail, bro. I went to Midland to where we got busted for robbing the jewelry store in Midland. So that's what 5-6 hours away.
Yeah.
Because this was 91. The speed limit still wasn't 80 going west on I-10. It was still 65. So it took a long time to drive to Midland.
That's a long drive anyway, but when you're on
is.
your way to prison, that's a really long drive.
Well, we didn't drive ourselves to prison.
Well, you rode in a bus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, fuck. All you
Well-
have to look forward to is just getting locked up.
You know what? It's weird. Every time I was on one of those buses, you kind of hope it would wreck. And it would be like The Fugitive. And
Yeah.
you would save the driver of the bus, and they'd forgive everything and let you go, and you'd be a hero. But nah, never wrecked.
I mean, has that ever like really happened in real life where a prisoner saved a bus
Redemption.
driver?
Oh, no.
Well, that's not real life, Josh.
Shawshank Redemption's real life.
What are you talking about?
Shawshank Redemption happened.
In real life?
Yeah.
It was based on a true story, meaning that a guy went to prison, and the
yeah.
rest is made up.
I don't think. Yeah, he didn't.
That's
he didn't
a Stephen
escape.
King.
And
That's a Stephen King story.
thank you. Yes, it is a Stephen King
It's
story.
called Rita Hayworth.
Or wait, is that
It's-
the Green Mile? The Green Mile is.
I know, but the Shawshank Redemption is a Stephen King book, but the book is called Rita Hayworth.
Oh.
Remember the poster that he hangs on? He says he wants a girl and he puts a poster.
Yeah.
Well, the book is called Rita Hayworth.
Wait, was real prison anything like Shawshank Redemption, where you're trading cigarettes and?
Yes.
Yeah.
That part of it's real.
And
but
the sisters were there.
The sisters were they in your prison?
there wasn't like a group of dudes that run around raping other dudes.
Whoa! Can we call it something different?
There wasn't a.
Yeah, he's all about the algorithm. And
Okay, there wasn't a group of dudes running around with hard boners trying to stick it in some other guy's anal
Prison
sphincter.
wallet. Prison wallet.
trying to see what's in your wallet. It wasn't like Capital One was just in there like, what's in your wallet, bitch? You know, like, hey.
Samuel L. Jackson just shows up.
No, like
Trying to hack in his crypto wallet.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't. It was.
I'll show you some cold storage, bitch.
Oh.
There was like gay dudes, but like it's weird, dude. If you get I'm not gonna use that term because it's the algorithm, but if you get sexually assaulted in prison,
Okay.
and it's a successful assault, let's say
Wow.
for the assaulter, not the assaultee, I'm sure would be a negative
Right. Yeah.
result.
They probably have different views on that. Sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
He pushes your shit in.
Yeah.
Come on, Josh. We know what it is.
If he
Okay.
gets some love from the homies, unwanted love from the homies.
Okay.
Let's say that if he gets some unwanted, if the cellmate turned into a soulmate without one knowing,
Little romance. Yeah.
you almost had to have like not fight it off.
Really? So it doesn't happen as often as people think it does.
No,
Because that's my biggest fear. That's my
No.
biggest fear about going to
dude,
prison.
there's so many gay
Oh,
dudes.
well.
But no. Listen, there's so many gay dudes in there, undercover gay dudes, and obviously gay dudes
Okay.
that are offering it up. That if you were just so sexy, they couldn't resist you, and you let everyone know, hey, I'm not into that. But they were like, we're gonna date either way, I don't know what you were doing wrong, bro. Like you were presenting yourself, you weren't carrying yourself like a man.
Were you saying I don't carry myself like a man, Edward?
See how he took it about himself?
I know.
You were just saying, he was just mentioning it.
I'm talking about the whole prison.
I don't understand why that had to be the hypothetical, though. Like, why does it have to be a hypothetical that I'm not a man or
I
carrying
didn't
myself
say
like
you.
that?
No,
I'm
nobody
talking
said
about the
you.
prison system.
Yeah.
Anybody in the
We were
prison
talking about my fears, Josh. My fear of going to prison and getting
Okay.
I
unwanted
don't
love
think
from
it's
the
a fear.
homies.
I think it's a want.
I'll get down to what he really wants to
Easy,
ask.
dude. Okay.
Would
he
he
get raped?
be raped in prison?
Yes. The algorithm needs to hear
Oh,
it.
sorry. Would he be
Sexually
Unwantedly loved.
Unwantedly loved.
Unwantedly loved.
Would he be held down? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Nah, bro. Because I've met dudes that say, I couldn't go in there because I just wouldn't make it, dude. What do you think? You think I'm like Lou Ferrigno? Like I'm the Hulk in there, bro. I ain't. I'm a little Mexican dude. You just go in there and you shut your mouth, and when you need to keep your mouth shut, which is most of the time, and you just if you have some snap. You watch everyone dudes, and you see that dude's a jackass. That dude's cool. This
stay
dude's
away
a
from him?
jackass. You avoid the knuckleheads.
Okay.
Like when I was in the county, I was in the county a long time, 13 months.
Okay.
So I got schooled by a lot of old school dudes in there. And one dude I remember telling me, he said, there's one way to look at it. He said, look, bro, because he'd see me riding my wife or on the phone with her saying, you better be home. I'm going to call you. And a lot of dudes doing that, And he's like, look, dude, let me tell you something, bro. You can't do your time in here and out there. Can't do it.
Oh, that's a really good point, Josh. You hear what he's saying? He's saying you got to exist in one reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, and there's another thing to say, just because the door's locked, time don't stop. Don't think that everyone's just sitting there waiting for you to come out. Man, Edward, we're just going to wait. Edward, Edward. No, they're going.
Because your wife left you while you were in there, right?
After she waited, about
How
10
long?
hours.
About 10 hours.
About 10, 12 hours, dude. And then she, it got rough and she had to move on, bro. So,
10 hours later, she's like, whew, it's been a long time.
I know. She's like, I almost didn't make it, but I waited. I got, dear Edward, she says, it's been 10 hours and I'm sorry, but I met another man.
I met another man.
Yeah, and I'm going to be moving on.
So you did 6 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, there had to have been some pretty scary times in there, right?
Yeah.
What was the scariest moment? Because, I mean, for me, the scariest moment would be, getting loved a little too much by the homies. Yeah. That scares the hell out of me.
Well, honestly, before I get into the scariest time, your question, like, would you not make it? You'd probably be fine.
I would be fine.
You'd probably
Look
be
at
fine.
that, Josh. I'd be fine.
But do you have any like
Josh.
the tattoos that he has?
Hang on,
Do you have any
before-
clovers or anything?
I
like
want
that?
to answer that question.
Clovers?
Yeah, why are you talking about?
Except fighting Irish stuff, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
white
yeah.
pride stuff.
Yeah.
That's not like that's not one that's going to get you in trouble.
Okay. Any San Antonio tattoos?
No. I've got snakes. I've got an anatomical heart. I've got a lot of birds.
But it's all color, almost everything.
Yeah, it's all color.
So they know it's not prison art.
I do have
They don't have
a
color.
tattoo of Edgar Allan Poe on the back of my calf.
Now, they hate Edgar Allan Poe in prison. They
Really?
will fucking murder you. If they,
Oh, okay.
the Raven, they hate that
I
poem.
thought he was talking
what
about-
about the black bolts, the 2 SS's you have on your
I
ankle?
don't have anything like that. No, that's
might
a lie.
get you.
Davey has 2
That's
black bolt SS's.
Incorrect.
I thought
no.
you had one on each butt cheek and it said sis. When you're in the shower, they said, "Does that say sis?" And you're like, "No."
It says SOS when you open it up.
Sauce. When he bends over, it says sauce. He said, "I can see your heart. He does have a kind heart." You can see it when he bends over.
I can see his heart beating. This is so romantic.
You can see the roughage.
Dude, I hate y'all right now. I hate y'all right now.
All it is, dude, if you're a man out here and you go to prison.
Well, would Josh survive though? How would Josh do in prison? Be real. Be honest.
Josh is too soft-spoken.
Oh, he's effeminate. He is kind of effeminate.
What?
Yeah.
But if you don't...
Even the way you just said, did you hear? What?
You got to have some aggression in everything. Like, you walk in there,
You gotta be
prison,
tough.
Yeah.
you walk in there with a mask on, bro. You put on your fucking mask and you walk in there like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, I'm not going to be smiling or anything.
Yeah, well, we hope not, but you don't know. I mean, no. I mean, it's not like you're not going to be smart. He's already planning it. No, but...
I'd convert to Islam immediately.
Oh, bro, okay. You want to hear a
Really?
story about that?
You go religious?
Check this out. And this is a fucked up story.
Okay.
A buddy of mine told me this. A buddy of mine from San Antonio, he was at Telford unit, which was a rockin' and rollin' unit in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
They sent a lot of youngsters that got certified as adults that were juveniles that did a lot. So the serious crimes. There were a lot of gang member shit.
Okay.
And so a lot of gangs. And my buddy was a youngster and he had gotten like 15-year sentence and he got sent over there. And he said that like everyone's in their groups. There's Tango, San Anto,
Yeah.
4 Horsemen, which is Houston, Dallas, Austin, and Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Tango Blast and over there. And then you got Vayuco, which is the Valley.
Okay.
And then you got West Texas, which is Midland, El Paso, and anything.
I'm learning so much right now, Josh.
Yeah, everyone going that way. And, you know, there's a lot of prison politics going on and all that. So my buddy said at this unit, whenever a new person would get there,
They'd have to jump him in?
no, they would like first thing they're gonna do is who you with.
Quota check.
Oh, they're gonna
They don't always do
segment
the
you
quota
off.
check. It depends, but when they get there, they want to see who you with.
Yeah.
So you get there and they're gonna be like, who you with? And they said this dude got there. He said, nah, man, I'm solo. I'm from the Valley though. He was from Vayuco, which they call the Valley. They call Vayuco, and he's like, they were like, cool, you know, the Valley dude to the Valley dude. Hey, bro, you know, cool, you're a homeboy. He's just said, well, then they called Islamic services. And he got up and went and got his Quran and his blanket and his thing, and he went to Muslim services. And all the Mexicans started ragging on.
Really?
Like the Mexicans from everywhere else started telling Vayuco, oh, that's how y'all do it, bro. What's up, bro?
They had a problem with it?
Yes, because it was him going with it's mostly the black dudes that are Muslims.
Oh, so Josh would get in trouble for that.
Yes. The Mexicans.
What would they do to him? What
all
would
of
they
a
do to
sudden,
him?
the Mexicans would disown him. Well, what they did,
What does that
let me
mean,
just
though?
tell you what they did to this dude. So this dude, he went and so they're ragging on the other dudes from Vayuco. That's your homeboy. That's how y'all roll in Vayuco and blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to hear it. So when that dude came back, they beat his ass. So he had to go.
Just for his religion? Wow. I mean, was that your point, Josh? Like you just want to get your ass beat in prison?
No, that wasn't my point.
No, he's not going to do that now. Now he's going to have a change of strategy now.
Yeah, new
But I mean,
strategy.
that is how ignorant and narrow-minded people are in there.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't.
That's just because they don't
I
want
mean,
to
no
hear.
offense to you, Edward, but I don't think you end up in prison because you've just made a lot of good decisions.
I know, but I'm not stuck in that mindset.
You're not.
I get it. No. I took a shot.
Well, you robbed jewelry stores. That's a high class crime.
Yeah, it's a pretty respectable fucking
is.
shot.
Yeah.
Because before that, you know, it's not like I went to St. Paul's, I went to Central Catholic, I went to Jefferson High School, then I graduated and I went to SAC, you know, for three semesters, and then I joined the Navy, and then I robbed a jewelry store.
So he was an upstanding citizen.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
a good guy until I said,
I can't believe they
Well,
locked you up.
why did you? I don't think you said why you did it.
Why
And
I
then,
robbed the jewelry store?
Why you did it, and then how it happened.
Well, why I did it was 'cause
Well, I'm sorry. I just have to ask because this is like really heavy on my mind right now. I would like to know from the chat who would survive in prison better, Davey or Josh? Chat, I just want to hear your thoughts.
Wait. Where's the prison located? Here in San Antonio?
No, the prison isn't in San Antonio.
Where's the prison, Edward? Where is it?
Beetle 1. Go to Beetle. That way it's off.
Where is it?
Tennessee Colony. That's where Adrian Lucio's doing those shows. Palestine,
Tennessee
Texas.
Colony? Oh,
Palestine.
it's in Palestine. Okay.
Yeah.
Palestine, Texas. Who would survive better in prison, Davey or Josh? I want to hear from the chat. Okay, now I want to hear about why you decided to knock over a jewelry store.
Well, I'd gotten out of the Navy, and I had a wife and 2 sons, and I was looking for a job. I had my money saved up from the military, and so I thought it didn't last me for a while, but I got an apartment. I'm looking for a job. Nothing was really panning out. Money started getting fucking tight. My homeboys were already doing Heist.
Oh.
And so they started, when my real good homeboy
So you got
Mark,
tagged in.
my really, really tight homeboy Mark was coming around, high siding with all these toys and stuff. And then the other dude, Freddie, I went to high school with him too, but we knew each other, but we weren't like me and Mark. But Freddie started showing up like he had gotten a new 300ZX, a new Mazda B2200.
Oh, he had
truck.
all the cool shit.
He had a couple of Honda Hurricanes.
I'm getting smoked in the chat
he
right
had
now.
a Beamer.
I'm getting smoked, Josh.
I'm gonna have to agree with the people who say neither.
Yeah, there's a couple neithers in there. Yeah.
They would probably think that I would have the hardest time. I'm the littlest dude here.
Nicole Garrett Fit was the first to answer, and she's a tough girl. Like she's ripped, and she said, "Sorry, Davey, got to say Josh." Which I think is bullshit.
He would make it or not make it.
He would do better in prison.
White dudes are harder on each other than Mexican.
Well,
dudes.
you know what happens with the white dudes? Okay, they're considered the woods, right?
The what?
Woodpile, the woods, the pecker woods.
Oh,
That's a good thing.
okay, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
if you call white boy, that's like a diss.
Yes.
Well, what about White Boy Carl? That movie that came out about that kid
That's
in
a
New York.
movie, bro. That's Hollywood.
Okay, well, I didn't
White
know.
Boy Rick. But if this is what the white dudes, the woods, say in prison. If you call them, hey, what's up? You a white boy? They say, shit, you see a white boy, you slap a white boy, motherfucker. I'm a wood.
Really?
I'm a man. I'm a wood. And they tattoo peckerwood on their arms.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Hey, what does it mean when? Actually, let me clear this question real quick because Audrey was asked. I think she asked this a couple times. Was prison like the HBO show Oz? Was
Okay.
it similar?
Let me. I was in prison because
That was a tough show.
Because like I told you, I was gone from the middle of '95. I mean, the end of '95 until 2001.
Right.
So that's when Oz, I guess, was out. So
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So I never watched it, but I think I would get letters and someone would, do y'all get to watch Oz in there? I watch Oz. Is that how it is? And they would ask me, and I was like, I hadn't seen it.
You had pen pals?
Yes.
Like people you knew?
No, they were people, my friends.
Oh, your friends. Okay.
My friends. A lot of my friends. I have a lot of friends, bro, and they even wrote me when I was in prison. And
Edward does have a lot of friends.
I know
and
a lot of people.
He knows a ton of people. It's actually kind of badass. Anyway, sorry.
So, what was I saying?
About Oz.
About
Is it
Oz,
like
yeah.
Oz?
So when I got out, I was like, okay, let me see the show Oz and see total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
I didn't make it through an episode. I think it was that dude that would play
was
for the
that fake?
Lakers. Robert Ory was in it, right?
You played for the Houston Rockets too. Don't forget
Yeah.
that. And the Spurs for a little bit.
And yeah, okay, I think he was in it. It was Rick Smith.
Rick Fox.
Rick Fox. That's who was in it. He was in it, and I just remember like they would just walk around from cell to cell, and I was like, okay, this is bullshit. I can't even watch this. This is so fake. I might as well be watching Disney. You know, I can't watch it. I didn't watch it.
The culture
It was
is
that bad.
completely off.
Huh?
The culture, meaning like when
It
you
seems
said
like the
walking to cell to
activities.
cell.
I mean, no, it was just fake.
Yeah.
The way they had so much freedom in there, and
Yeah,
stuff they
yeah.
were doing, it was just fake. I mean, I was never in a prison like that, and I went from.
And those guys were hard criminals in Oz, right? They weren't like white collar.
I never saw it.
Crimes or anything like that.
I don't know, but you know that's what people always say. Well, I was in there with robbers and killers. Well, yeah, you're just in there.
That's prison.
Yeah, it's like
That's what happens.
It's like if you're an apple, you get thrown in there with other apples, and they're from different trees. Yeah, you're just all of them. You're just all in there. You know.
Is that a pear?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Bitch.
I'm allergic to that.
Dude, and dudes are such bitches in prison that I remember they have grievances. Like you could write grievances about like
a feedback box?
yes.
Okay, complaints.
Complaints. Like if a guard is fucking with you and you feel a guard's fucking with you, coming in and maybe shaking you down and taking your stuff, and you'd be like, hey man, I can keep that. And they're like, no, you can't. And so you can write grievances.
Okay.
This dude comes over and he's like, hey man, did you go to dinner today? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, did you get dessert? And I was like, yeah. did they give you a little corner fucked up piece of cake here, man? Sign this grievance, man. They're giving us fucked up pieces of cake for dessert now. And I was like, bitch, we're in prison. I don't give a fuck about that little shitty cake. The fuck out of my face.
How was the food though? Was the food okay?
No, sometimes.
Sometimes.
They pancake the shit out of you a lot.
I'm sorry. What is that? Is that a food thing or a?
They serve. Nah, that's not a sexual thing.
All right. I just want to
They
make sure.
serve you pancakes a lot in prison
Really?
because I guess it's easy
I
to
love
make.
pancakes.
Well, after fucking 6 years, I didn't eat pancakes for years after I got out. I still ate ramen soups. It's weird. But
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what was your favorite meal? Because it probably came from the commissary, right? It didn't come from the mess hall.
I mean, well, 4th of July, bro. They throw out a fucking spread for 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Juneteenth.
Really?
Yes.
Huh?
They dude, we had ribs and hot dogs and hamburgers and fucking, I remember we had big old catfish on holidays.
Wow.
They finally hook you up on a holiday.
But every other day it was.
Gakawatis. Like, they hot link the shit out of you, which is not
What's
another
that mean?
sexual thing. They give you those little bullshit hot links. I mean, it's like a fucking, that's what they call it,
Like
ladies'
little
night.
sausage
It's not
legs?
a little one. But
Ladies' night.
ladies' night. That's because they'd be like, oh, it's for dinner. That's ladies' night. Oh, hot links again, bro. Like,
I don't even know what they look like. Can you pull up hot links on the Google?
prison, I don't know. It's like they cut them. It's not like a link.
Like Vienna sausages?
No, it's about this big, and it's like a salt. They keep cutting them, and it's about that big, and they give you that and a beans and some bullshit, and that's really easy to make
Wait, why do they call that ladies' night?
because it's a hot link, bro.
I don't know why
Wieners.
that's
It's a wiener. Yeah, I gotta hit him in the head.
Oh, it's shaped like a penis.
It's a sausage,
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Hot links.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
but it wasn't
Okay.
that. It was,
That actually looks pretty good.
bro. Eat that for 6, and it's bullshit. It's the shittiest grade of meat that we're eating.
Just parts.
I
Like
don't
ground
know
up
what
pig
it was,
parts.
but it's like that. They give you chili mac a lot.
I love chili mac. I
Dude,
do love chili mac.
It sucks.
In
That it
prison,
was the
does.
worst one.
Chili mac was the
Chili
worst one?
mac was probably the worst.
What was your favorite thing to get from the commissary? Was it the soups?
I mean,
Honey bun.
that's like the bullshit chili mac, but it was bad.
Oh, Lon Fam just said poor Davey doesn't know what a real sausage looks like. Get out of here.
And yes, he does.
Wait, well, actually, no, that's a compliment, right? That is a compliment.
Yeah.
That I don't know what a real sausage looks like.
But they would give you that bullshit a lot, and then if you go to lockdown is fucked up because and breakfast, lunch, and dinner you get what's called Johnny's, and it's a sack lunch. It's called a Johnny
fun.
sack.
Yeah.
And
it's
it's
a nice little change
fun.
up.
Yeah. A hot dog bun with a thing of peanut butter smeared on it, a couple of those, a boiled egg, and a milk.
Why the peanut butter smeared on the hot dog bun?
You need your protein in your bread, and you're just getting the prison requirements, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and they
horrible. How long would you be in lockup for?
month
That's the longest you spent in lockup was a month?
about. I mean, but when we'd come up and go right back, because when I got to Beta 1, they were locked down. So I get that we're locked down for like a week.
This is in Palestine.
Yes.
Okay, Palestine, Texas.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then not Jerusalem. So I get there,
debatable, but,
we're in lockdown, and then we come off of lockdown, and when they're dropping the wings, like American Me, it's 3 tiers, and you're coming down, and the other, it's weird. They already know. Hey, come here, bro. Like the other Mexicans, hey, you're from San Anto, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, who you run with? I'm with San Anto. And they're like, all right, man, the homeboys need to see you at the rec yard tonight. You need to fall out to rec. And they're going to do cora checks. A cora check, your corazon is your heart.
Oh God, I thought that was something different. I don't speak Spanish. That sounded a lot like butthole to me.
No.
Like they were gonna check
That's
your
culo guard. That's
your
when you get culo
rectum.
guard. So they're going to do, what they were doing at Beta 1 is cora checks.
Okay.
And what that means is they're going to fucking, what they call it backdooring you, but not like that.
Okay, this is. I mean,
Yeah,
this
there's
is
a lot of
starting to
sexual
sound
references.
exactly like what I thought it was.
Yes. No, what they do is they get 3 dudes to fight you. And because you'll be
Oh.
fighting one dude and
So they're
another
jumping you in.
Oh, not jumping you in.
Just seeing if you can fight.
They just want to see, you're already in. You're already claiming you're in.
Oh, okay.
They're, when they asked me, like, who you with? When I said San Anto,
Yeah.
I'm already said it.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, who are you going to be with? No, I'm already with. I've already claimed it. I've said it. I'm with San Anto. I'm Tango.
So now you just have to kind
So
of prove
now-
yourself a little bit.
Now, like, they're going to be, are you a punk? Or are you down? Are you one of the dudes that are going to be a badass here? Are you going to be one of the dudes that, we'll call you if we need you, So,
Backup B team.
well, there's you could run different ways because there's dudes that they stay Solano pretty much, which means solo by themselves.
Okay.
And unless there's going to be a race riot, and then they'll come in because there's power in numbers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to do my time. Don't ask me to do anything. I'm not going to go fucking pass these letters. I'm not going to be involved in any of your shit. But if shit's hitting the fan and it's going to go
jumping
down
in
with the Mexicans against so-and-so, I'm a Mexican. I guess I'm in this one.
Okay.
That's the last.
That sounds reasonable to me, Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
I mean, who would you go with, Josh?
I don't have a choice.
You'd have to go with the Mexicans?
Hell
Yeah, of course.
But, I mean, he looks really white, though.
His name, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Cabaza?
But there's white dudes around with the Mexicans, too. There's white dudes at Tango in
Really?
San Anto. Yeah. There was when I was there.
I mean, if you're mixed, I mean, you get to choose, right?
There's a lot of dudes with white last names that you're like, that dude's Mexican? With San Anto.
He says he is.
Yeah. You know, he can say whatever.
Oh, look at this. Berserk says, this dude speaking facts, talking about you, Edward. This dude speaking facts doesn't think it's cool, just telling it like it is from one convict to another. Well done, bro. It's a life you have to leave behind, I think is what he meant to say there.
Yeah.
Are there any French gangs, is what he asked next.
French?
That's what he asked.
Ferrell.
Berserk.
What is it?
French.
Oh, Will Ferrell from Get Hard. LOL.
I thought maybe that was like prison lingo for something. Like, oh, he's French.
That's
Oh,
You know?
no,
This
I thought
Beto
maybe
one.
some French kissers.
This Beto
Oh.
one right here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Beto is like
Oh,
that.
nice.
It's 3 rows of that. And see, look at the windows.
Yeah.
There's no AC in there, bro. In the middle of like right now. That's where
When
I
it's
was.
106 degrees outside?
Yes. And that's where your window is. That's where you get, and there's no air. When you're on the 3rd row, bro.
Damn.
If you're on the 3rd tier on
Yeah.
the top bunk,
Yeah.
you're burning the fuck up, dude.
How do you
Imagine
get
that, right?
cool?
You get in your boxers and you just pour water all over yourself. And
Okay.
and you hopefully have a fan. And they had this fan, I think it was called a Cool Breeze, where you could turn the little thing in the middle so the front would spin around and send air in all different directions.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like an
so-
oscillating fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and they had these. They had just come out. I remember. I was fuck. I got one of those. So
Do you have to buy that, or did
Yeah,
they
you
just
have
give?
to buy. No, you have to buy it.
Oh, wow.
If you don't have money, you ain't got no fan. You just are sweating, bro. And then when you're in lockdown, which Beetle 1 is always fucking locked down.
Yeah.
You only shower Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, so you're just sweating the other days and just stinking it up.
And you only shower like they run it early in the morning.
Are there some guys that don't shower at all, so they're less attractive to the other dudes?
I've heard. I don't know if they do that to be less attractive, but a guard told me a story of a dude that kept shitting himself because they were trying to rape, trying to
Love him.
love him.
Yeah, trying to
he
love
kept,
him down.
He kept gakaing himself so that they wouldn't love him.
Wow.
Yeah, the turd burglars, but the turd burglars will come out, dude. You know, if
Oh, they like it. They're into it.
maybe if some dude's trying to offer himself up though, like that's his only defense, you know. But if you like, okay, me personally,
Yeah.
if I have a cellmate that is not gonna go shower and gonna stink all day,
Oh, you're gonna kick his ass.
I'm gonna he's gonna go shower or he's gonna get his ass kicked and he's gonna get evicted from my cell.
Oh, you can do that.
Nah, yes, you can. You can do anything. They told me I couldn't rob a jewelry store, and I did it. but
Wow. I didn't realize there was a landlord situation in prison. I had no idea.
I didn't know either until I saw it happen. I saw a dude get his ass kicked. This dude talked mad shit, and then he went out to fight this dude, and this dude fucked him up. Like the dude hit him once, and the dude dropped to his knees and balled up.
Oh, he just bitched out completely.
He didn't even get hit in the face. He got hit in the side, and he went, oh, and he just dropped to his knees and balled up. And that dude that was fighting him said, what the fuck? You gonna give up that easy? And he started slapping him on the hand. Well, then give up that ass that easy. And that dude started slapping him and clowning him and all this stuff. And that dude's cellmates got all his shit and threw it out into the day room and said, go find somewhere else to live, bitch. And they did. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know.
And the guards weren't like, no, that's where he is.
No, the
that's where he has
guards
to
weren't
stay.
in there when that happened. So when they came in, the dude was sleeping on but this is the county jail. This dude was sleeping under the steps.
What? They made him stay under the stairs after that?
He just slept under the steps. Yeah. This was Midland County Jail.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Midland County is crazy because it was Mayberry, but at a real high danger level. Like,
Wow.
they didn't run it right. Like, the guards were never in your cell. I tell you, remember you asked me what was the scariest thing that happened in prison?
Oh, wait, okay. Real quick, let me say hi to My Joe's in the chat and to Brita that just showed up. Welcome. We're talking about prison, y'all. Edward spent 6 years there, and he's about to tell us his scariest moment in the most scary experience you had while in prison.
Okay, well, this isn't even prison. This was, I had already been sentenced.
Oh, this was in county jail.
This was in county jail.
That was the scariest moment. Was in county
Yeah,
jail.
yeah.
Okay, it doesn't involve any R words, right?
I'll keep them out if no.
No? Okay.
No.
All right.
So I'm in Midland County Jail. I get a 7-year sentence, but the whole time in Midland, back in the 90s, West Texas and San Antonio were at war with each other.
Oh,
It started in
so
the
like
80s.
a gang war inside the prisons.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I would think West Texas would lose pretty quick.
Well, and I mean, San Antonio, it's bigger,
Yeah.
but they were at war. But El Paso's got heart, bro. And it was specifically El Paso and San Antonio were at war with each other.
Got it.
But it turned into West Texas and South Texas, but mainly San Antonio.
Okay.
So in Midland, they don't separate gang members. Like here in Bexar County Jail, if you go to jail, you're not going to be around dudes that have whatever their gang is written on them. They're going right to SEG.
Okay.
To keep you away from population because you're a gang member and you're being active and doing gang member stuff. But in Midland, that little ass jail, they don't have room for a SEG like that. They have like a few SEG cells for dudes that do something. But if you're a gang member, they wait till you do something. They don't SEG you right away.
Wow. Okay.
So there was gang members in population with me.
Just chilling with the normal folks.
But they're always these dudes were trying to wire up shit with me because I was from San Antonio.
They wanted you to join their group?
No.
Oh.
They wanted to fuck me up. They kept throwing things out like, yeah, and all of these dudes had been to prison multiple times before.
Oh, so these are like they're just coming
hardcore
back through the
veterans.
system.
They're back
Got
and
it.
forth.
Okay.
And so they're
Okay.
like, oh, you're from San Antonio. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, I used to kill your people in prison, dude. And my people.
So they're just trying to get you going.
They're trying to see if I'm going to get mad and be like, hey, fuck you, and all this stuff. And I was like, my people, what are you talking about? Yeah, man, so-and-so gang in San Antonio. And I was like, I'm not in a gang, bro. Oh, well, you sure, man? Yeah, what do you mean, am I sure? And they would just.
I would think you'd know if you're in a gang, right, Josh?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been in a gang?
No, I mean, I jumped some of my neighbors with my friends.
That doesn't count, dude. That doesn't count at all.
We were a cool gang, but we had to be home before the lights went out.
Yeah, you were probably riding bicycle. You were probably rolling up on guys in your
Oh,
bicycles.
we had some nice huffies. That's why we were all in the gang together.
Nice huffies, dude.
We all had
this
huffies.
guy.
Well, it's a little bit different.
Unbelievable. Josh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the last time I'll ask him a question, I promise.
So, this
It
dude.
was a hard gang. Bro.
Me and this dude. I don't want to say what gang this dude was in, but this dude was.
Can I guess?
It's from El Paso. That's
Okay.
no.
Okay.
So-
I won't guess. Oh, Dr. Tim's from El Paso. He might know. Okay. Go ahead.
So he there's a gangland about it of those dudes. So this dude was always talking shit, but he was always wiring the other dudes up to try to fuck with me too. And I slept we had like 6-man cells in the county there. And I shared a cell with like 7 other dudes. Dudes were sleeping on the floor because it was all overcrowded. And they were all white dudes because the Mexican dudes weren't accepting me.
The Woods.
The Woods.
Yeah.
So
You hear that, Josh? I got the fucking lingo, dude.
So I'm kicking
Yeah,
it over there in the wood pile. I'm kicking it in the wood pile and shit. No, but these dudes.
I'm going to kick the shit out of Josh in prison.
My buddy, yeah, you might have fucked Josh up. My buddy Tim Kirby, shout out to Tim, man. He was in there. He's a skater dude. That's still my friend to this day, dude. And
Nice.
Tim was in there, and I remember, this dude right at rack up. We rack up at like 10:30, and then they open the doors to the day room. I think like at 7 or 8 in the morning. But in between rack up and opening the day room, they run breakfast at like 3:30, 4:30, 5 in the morning, however, when they get to your tank. So we're racking up, and that dude from El Paso,
The one that was trying to provoke you.
he's a big old fat slob of a motherfucker. I knew I could have whooped his ass, bro. And
You could have taken him?
I thought so.
I mean, you've been in some fights.
But
You've
I
been
thought
in
so.
a lot of
But I
fights.
thought I could. Anyway, he was like, hey, Sananta, why are you sleeping over there with all them white boys in that cell, man? Why don't you come over here? If you're scared, I'll take care of you. He starts saying shit like that, right?
Oh.
So
He wanted to
they
give you some loving.
They start calling that playing the come on game.
Yeah.
And they want to see if you break weak. And then they go, oh, look, this dude's a punk. He don't even, So he starts talking this gay shit like that. And so I start talking shit back to him. What's up? And I throw out the B word. What's up, bitch? And that right there.
That's a bad word in prison, right?
That's shit's going down.
Okay.
So I start calling what? And what, dude? So like I crossed the line.
Is bitch worse than pussy?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I would think so.
Okay. Wow.
Like if someone calls me a pussy, yeah, it makes me mad. But when someone calls you a bitch, that's just like hard. 'Cause you can put that hard B on it. Pussy. He doesn't really.
Josh has called. He said that to me about you in private multiple times.
He knows that. So this dude, we started that exchange, and then it turned into, all right, motherfucker, in the morning, let the door be the bell. Well, let the door be the bell.
Oh.
That's what they say.
Like to start the match.
Yep, ding. When those doors go, bzz, that's the bell. So all the dudes in my cell are like, fuck that dude, man. I got your back, Edward. I got
The
your
white
back.
guys?
Yeah.
Or sorry. The woods. The woods?
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is, so they're white guys because we're in the county jail.
So they're not laced up yet.
There's a couple of woods.
Okay.
That, because a couple
That have
of
been
them,
through the system before.
Yeah, but most
Certified woods.
certified woods.
Yeah.
Rest of them were like balsa woods.
Balsa woods.
Yeah,
Snap easy.
Snap easy.
Real light.
Real light balsa wood.
Okay.
So, but I mean, they're cool. Whatever. I wasn't that dude that I was then either. I mean, it was new.
Yeah.
So, they let the door be the bell. Let the door be the bell. Whatever. So, we crash out. All this yelling. It's going. The whole tank's listening to this. We yell till probably 1, 2 in the morning.
Just screaming back and forth at each other?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone's listening to this shit. And but
y'all were talking mad shit.
No, well,
probably.
we were. No, let me take that back. We talked shit for about a good hour,
Okay.
and then I just stopped. But they kept on.
They just kept yelling at you.
They're woo, it's on in the morning. Woohoo, we're gonna rock and roll this bitch. And they're just hyping themselves up, talking all this shit, like trying to scare me, trying to get in my head. I guess they're just
They were just wild. They were
animals.
just going wild.
Fucking animals, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so anyway,
But you've been in fights before, so you're not shook.
prison, bro.
Yeah, you're
This
good.
is, I mean, this is county jail.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go, bro.
Yeah.
There ain't like, I'm just gonna split. We ain't gonna fight. No, there ain't nowhere to go. You're there.
Right.
That's it. The shit's been said. People, you got to face everyone. It's on. So, breakfast comes at like 4 in the morning or whatever. Boom, the guard comes in. Breakfast. Buzz, the buzz open the doors. Get up.
Match starts.
I'm thinking he's gonna come out. Nothing. Everyone goes and gets their trays. The guard's standing in the cell though. I mean, in the tank, and they're passing out the trays. So the guard's in there when they pass out trays. So
Okay.
and they're all in their group, they're looking at me. So I'm like waited and waited, and then I went towards the end, and I got my tray, and I stood up against the wall eating my tray.
Just ready for it.
Ready for it.
Just waiting.
So yeah, I'm up against the wall, and the whole cell is just quiet. Like you could feel the tension in there. Because everyone else in there thought it was going down as soon as the doors
But yeah, because y'all were screaming at each other till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You only got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So
Got to be up at 4.
So yeah, it's just tense. But the guard's in there. So nothing happens.
Okay.
So fucking come back out. And we have to go back to our cells.
After
Because it's
breakfast.
rack up, and then the trustees take all the trays out. So we went back to our cell, and then those dudes start yelling again. Woo, it's on in the morning, motherfucker. Be ready. It's on in the morning.
What, so they delayed it? They rescheduled it and didn't tell you?
Whatever.
That's bullshit, dude. I hate that.
So I go into the cell, and this time they're like, one of the dudes says, yeah, bro, one of the dudes came and told me, man, they're going to jump you when they're going to get you in the morning. That they're going to...
Why didn't they do it that morning when they said they were
The
going
guard
to?
was in the fucking tank.
Oh, okay.
I wish it would have happened with the guard in the tank.
Yeah. He could have separated you.
That I tell you, a straight cop-out way to get someone, go right in front of the guard and bust him in the fucking face in front of the guard. The guard's going to tackle... They're going to stop both of y'all, and you're both going to get shipped, and you got the best of him. That's a fucking straight cop-out, but if you want to get someone and win...
But don't you get a reputation for being a bitch?
No,
doing that? No,
because you fucked someone up and
Oh,
you
you-
didn't
oh,
give
you-
a fuck
as
in
long
front
as
of
you
the
get 'em.
guard or whatever.
Okay.
You ain't no bitch.
Okay.
It just happened to work out. Good for you that he didn't get a chance to get. But if you do it in front of the guard,
There's such a thing as sucker punching in jail, though? That's kind of like a sucker punch a little bit.
you're in prison, bro. You're in prison. You decide if
all
you
bets
want
are
to.
off.
Pretty much, bro.
Okay.
People are getting love from people they don't want love from. It's because you pop someone without them looking. People get stabbed and killed and all that. People get thrown over fucking runs and all kinds of shit. So they're like, my buddy says, hey man, this dude said that they're gonna get you in the morning. So I didn't even take my shoes off. I just laid on the bunk there, talked to my hey man, all right, we got this, we got this, man. We got your back, Edward. One dude, one of those stocky dudes was like, shit, it's just a little blood, bro. I've been plenty of fights, man. I like to fight and all this stuff. Okay, man, cool. I doze off. Wake up to the door's buzzing open.
You're still groggy. You're still trying to wake up.
Yeah, I'm just looking over, and all those dudes from 2 cells, there's probably about 16 dudes, are all in front of my cell. The main dude that started the shit, the fucking Marrano, he's standing in the back, like calling the orders.
Ooh.
And
The fat slob.
yeah.
Okay.
And 6 dudes come in with homemade shanks. They had gotten the mop bucket handle.
Whoa.
And they had broken the handle off of it and broke the thing. So they had like ice picks.
Yeah.
They weren't shank knives. They were like picks. And they had got T-shirts and tied them to their hands. First they had made handles with them, and then they tied them to their
So
hand.
they couldn't drop them.
Yes.
Oh.
Because it was so small. It'll slip out of your hand or whatever. But anyway, they had tied them to their hands, and 6 dudes came in the cell with 1 dude without one, and the rest of the dudes standing outside the cell, and that 1 dude standing behind them. And they go, the 1 dude that walked in without the knife, he goes, "This is how it is, motherfuckers. We got too many people sleeping on the floor in our cell, and we're taking this cell from y'all." And I jumped off my bunk and stood in the corner by the toilet. There was a toilet wall. There's just one little wall, it was gonna be right there. You know,
So they couldn't get you from the side.
Yeah,
They couldn't flank you.
So I was just like what the fuck? Well, that little dude who had said, "Man, I got your back. It's just a little bit of blood and all that." He goes, "Hey, man, that's fucked up, bro. You just can't take the cell from us." And the dude that walked in runs up to him and slaps him. Pow! And he goes, "Get him, man." The other dude runs up to him with the knife, like he was the pick, like he was going to stab him. And that dude was on his bunk, and he put his leg. He was like, "Hey, chill out, man." And they were like, "Motherfucker, get your shit and get out. We're going to fucking kill you right now." He said, okay, man. And he grabbed all his shit, put it in. They had these tubs. And he walks out of the cell with his shit. And then they tell the biggest dude in the tank, this dude was like 6'5", on this big old dude. And they said, "Hey, big man, we don't have a problem with you, and there won't be a problem. It's you just get your shit and get the fuck out right now because you ain't going to win." He said, "Okay." And this dude was talking about, "I'll take 3 or 4 of them myself. I'm bigger than all them dudes." And all night,
They just all punked out on you like that?
just like that, bro.
They all got shanked. They all got shanked.
Yes, but I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. These dudes ain't supposed to die in there because I got into an argument with this fucking dude. So that dude got his shit and he went out. And then they looked at my buddy Tim, and they go, "What's up, Tim?" And Tim was a well-respected dude in there. I just remember they looked and they go, "What's up, Tim?" They said, "Man, we're cool with you, Tim, but you get your shit and get out or you're going to fucking lose." And I remember Tim just looked over at me, dude, and I remember that look, dude. I could see it now. He looked me right in the fucking eyes, and I looked at him, and it was that helplessness, bro.
Yeah.
He just looked at me. He looked back, and he put his head down, and he goes, "Man, y'all are fucked up, bro." And he was talking the whole time. I give him that, like, he got his shit and packed it up, but the whole time he was like, "I can't believe that y'all are fucked up, man. This is fucking bullshit, dude. And you better get your shit and get out, Tim." Like, it was getting worked up. Like, it was almost like he was psyching himself out to maybe back me up. Whoa. But
now it's just you?
Yeah, well, yeah. So everyone started getting their shit and leaving. So he was the last one. He gets his shit and he packs it up.
Whoa.
And he walks out. And then all those dudes go, "Woohoo!" And they start high-fiving the dudes. "Come here." And one dude starts taking all the shanks from him. And he takes them all. And all those dudes come and just move into my cell. No one says anything to me. Not a word. I'm standing in the corner. And they just tell these other dudes. So all those dudes move out. They move in. And now they're my cellmates.
And you have to stay there with them?
No. So check it out. So they all come in. This is early in the morning. The guards weren't even in there.
It's like 4 a.m.
No. They don't open the day room till 8 in the morning.
Oh,
we had to
okay.
go back in. And
Okay.
So they'd come back in. And so it's 8 in the morning. So they all just move in, right? And the whole tank is watching this. Everyone's out up on the top row just standing there watching this whole thing go down. So they all just come in my cell and they're all high-five and shit like that. And then this dude upstairs was like, "Man, hey, Edward, come here, man. Let me talk to you, man." And so I went up there and I go upstairs. He goes, "Hey, bro, those dudes didn't tell you to get out of the cell?" And I was like, "No." Like, I don't know what the fuck. They didn't say anything to me. He goes, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "They came and talked to me." This dude was from El Paso, too.
Oh, he was another El Paso guy.
He was an El Paso dude.
And he knew you were Sananto.
Yes.
Okay.
And his nickname was Diablo. And
Woo.
so.
That means devil, Josh.
Yes, yes, it does mean devil.
I had no idea.
So I go and I go. He was like, "Hey, man, they didn't tell you to leave." I was like, "No." And he goes, "I know, bro. They told me. They came and talked to me." He goes, "You need to get your shit and get out of there, bro. Move up here to my cell." He was in another like 6-man cell. And it was black dudes, a couple of white dudes, and
They were all solo.
Yeah, it was all just dudes, just no one, whatever, solo. And everyone there had been sentenced. We were in a tank of everyone sentenced, waiting to leave to prison.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, and I go, "Dude," he goes, they didn't tell you to leave because tonight when they rack up, they're all going to jump you. And
no shit.
He said, "And you'll be trapped in there, dude." He said, "Get your shit and get out of there, bro. You don't have enough time. They're going to fucking get you." He said, "Look, bro," he goes, "I would back you up, but they'd get me too." He said, "They think that I'm with them over there in El Paso." He goes, "But I'm not. I'm with some dudes from San Antonio."
Oh, no shit. He was a transplant. He was undercover, Josh.
Pretty much.
He was on your side.
He was, but he couldn't say he was on my side. He goes, because they'll kill me too. He said, so get your stuff and just move up here, bro. You don't have, I go, dude, let me call that dude out one-on-one for the cell. And he goes, dude, then it's not going down like that, bro. You need to get the fuck out of there.
They're real deep.
Yeah. And so I was like, fuck, dude, that was the weakest ever. I went down there, and those dudes were, what's up, man? I started putting my stuff up. Where you going, son? I thought, you don't got to go nowhere. And that's fuck you bitches, dude. And I fucking moved my stuff upstairs, and then that night, they ran a fucking big chain to prison, and of those 16 dudes that came out there, probably 14 of them got shipped.
So there were just 2 left?
Probably, yeah. But not all of them were like, a lot of them were just there to watch and act like they were with them, but they weren't the assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this dude's there was maybe more of the few that were left were like, bro, that was fucked up. You know, I just saw what was going on. I wasn't with that dude, you know, and I was just like, yeah, dude. But
so did you ever get to get back at him at all, or? No, you just had to.
I hope them bitches are still in that cell.
They probably are. I mean, if they're doing some shit like that,
yeah,
they're probably still locked up.
Probably most of those dudes were like lifelong.
Did your buddy Tim? Did he get out?
Yeah. I still talk to that dude to this day.
Really?
He lives in Midland. He drives like an 18-wheeler. He drives hot oil. Like it's a hazardous thing. He gets hazardous. Makes all
like
this
a tanker. He drives a tanker. Okay.
Yeah. And he makes great money. He has a house with a swimming pool in the back that they have skate contests in and stuff. And when I do shows on the road, like with Carlos Mencia, he'll go, if I'm in that area, he'll go see me.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because you still that's another good point. I didn't even bring that up at the beginning of the live. You toured with Carlos Mencia, with Juan Villarreal.
Yeah.
I mean, you worked with some big guys.
Yeah.
So you went from being afraid for your life in a cell in county jail to going and doing serious time.
Yeah.
5 years. 6 years in prison.
Yeah, 5 years in prison. 1 year in the county. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't even get caught. You got told on.
Yeah, they snitched on you.
Well, that's getting caught, motherfucker.
Well,
Yeah, well, you know what, bro? And that's what a lot of people, like in prison, you ask people, like, what are you here for? They snitched on me. You know what, bro? Like, I wasn't there because I got snitched on. I was there because I robbed a jewelry store, like
but
a
you
dumbass.
weren't arrested at the jewelry store.
No.
You didn't even.
They came and picked you up.
But a
didn't
lot
say
of people aren't.
how he
you want to hear how the jewelry store robbery went down?
Yeah.
Do we have time?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do we have time?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
This is the craziest story. I've heard this a couple times.
Freddie started coming around, showing out all of his toys. And then,
Right.
And then Mark started running around with him. And then Mark started coming over and like, bro, check out what we got. Check out what we got. So he was like, you want to go with us, but I can't tell you what we're doing unless you say you're in. And I was like, man, and I held out probably for another 2 months after those conversations.
That's not a long time, Edward.
I know,
2 months?
but bills were running out in those 2 months, you know, and they're coming around every day saying, come on, bro, we need someone. And I'm like, no, bro, and I'm looking for a job. 2 months is 60 days is a long time to be looking for a job with no fucking luck and all the money running out.
Yeah.
And the pressure of someone going, it's right here. All you have to do is take a little risk, bro. It's right.
You just got to come with us. We can't tell you what it is, but you got to come with
And
us.
so I finally was like, bro, what's up, dude? What are we doing? And he was like, bro, we're knocking off jewelry stores, bro.
Okay, right there. I mean, Josh, how many times have you seen movies about like heist gangs? Mm-hmm. It's like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12.
I got friends that are in heist.
Oh, shut up, Josh.
But
he never did shit. Did he ever?
I don't know.
No, I didn't. I've never done shit.
Biggest crime he ever committed was going too fast on his Huffy.
Yeah, he bought weed.
Oh yeah, he did that one time. I heard.
So they wired me up. I broke and said, yeah, okay, let's go. And he said, all right, man. So we had to get a driver. So we got my friend Anthony to be the driver.
Okay.
And so we went to Midland in Freddie's BMW. He had a new badass Beamer. So Freddie must have planned this from the beginning of how his escape route was going to be in case the shit hit the fan. Because conveniently on the way down there, he was like, oh, I lost my driver's license, so you drive.
Oh, they made you
His
drive.
car. No, they didn't make me drive. No. I drove the car just going to Midland.
Okay.
Just to drive to Midland. I don't have my license. We don't want to get pulled over. You drive. So I was like, I got my license. So I drove, whatever. And then when it went time to rent the hotel room, he didn't have a license. I rented the hotel room.
So it was all in your name.
So when the shit hit the fan, it was real easy for him to say, fuck, no, it was Edward's idea. Look, he rented the room. Who drove down there? Edward drove down there.
They made you the mastermind?
He tried to.
Oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah, he tried to flip it on me.
I mean, usually you want to get credit for being the mastermind, but once you get caught, you really don't want to be that.
No, you don't want to be anywhere near
No, you
mastermind status. Kingpin or mastermind status is not what you're shooting
Real quick,
for.
Berserk just shouted out Huffy Gang, Josh. So
Fuck yeah.
you're starting to get some
Square
street
seat,
cred.
The square seat gang.
He's the other ex-con, Josh.
No, on our Huffy gang, we had no seats on
Yeah,
there.
I know. They were tough. And all they did was go over bumps.
Yeah.
We just ran
Off-roading
the
all the time.
bumpiest roads, no seat.
Turd burgled.
Oh my god.
So I drove down there, rented the room, and okay, the whole plan was we were gonna go. The jewelry store opened at 10 in the morning,
Okay.
and it was a Friday morning, and it was busy. That jewelry store was on the corner of Garfield and Watley.
Okay.
It was called Sam L. Major's Jewelry Store, and
Sam L. Major. It's kind of a bitchy name for a jewelry store, but okay.
It was a nice place. But Freddie had gone and scoped it out. They didn't have alarms.
He already cased it.
He had already cased it. They didn't have alarms.
See, I know the fucking lingo,
and
Josh.
all this shit.
Now
So-
he's the bitch.
So we were supposed to steal a car in the morning, and then get our escape route, park the
You were gonna steal a car and rob a jewelry store.
yes, because we needed the
Damn.
stolen car for the robbery.
Okay.
We weren't gonna do it in his fucking car.
I'm making notes, dude.
Yeah. So we go to the movies and we steal a car from the movies. And
You know what movie it was?
It was Batman Forever.
Damn.
We stayed and we watched the movie and it was beautiful. No, I don't know. but Forever had to end. No, so we stole this car from the movies. And it was fucked up. No, we stole the car from the mall, I think.
Okay.
But it was the movie theater. At the
That
mall.
was probably a movie theater.
But we
there,
got into some shit with some dudes in the fucking parking lot. I don't know why, but some dirties in
But
Midland.
they were trying to steal a car too, or what?
I don't know. But I remember we had weapons and shit too. And Freddie pulled out his gun in the parking lot and all this stupid shit. And then even when we went to the mall, Freddie stole some polos, I think, from the mall. And
Oh, he just liked to steal.
yes,
He's just a stealing
Freddie was a
motherfucker.
thief. He was a burglar, thief. He was a conniver. He was a real sneaky dude. He fight like 5'2", 105 pounds, climbed through holes and whatever. He's the one that escaped from the county jail.
Oh, he escaped. That's right.
So
Josh,
Yeah.
you know about that?
Yeah.
One of his buddies escaped from
The
jail.
one that ratted on him, yeah.
Yeah.
So check it out. So we go and we're gonna rob them at 10 in the morning. As soon as they open, we're gonna get them.
Okay.
We steal the car. Right next to the jewelry store was some condos, and what the plan was, we were gonna park the Beamer in the condos.
Okay.
We're gonna go in the stolen car, park in front of the jewel, like right next to the jewelry store. Go in, get him. Anthony was gonna be the getaway driver. After we were gonna come out, jump in the stolen car, go around the jewelry store, go to the back entrance into the condo, park, jump in back in the Beamer, and come out the front way. And they would just know a car went in, and they'd be looking for that car. We'd be gone in the red Beamer, and we're out. Well,
It's a great plan.
So
It's a really good plan.
Oh, he's the mastermind.
bro, I was just as nervous as I get when I go on stage. I tell you, I was like,
Eddie throws up before he goes on. That's how nervous Eddie, and then crushes, and then kills every single time.
I was about to throw up when we're standing outside the car. Freddie goes, well, okay, but before that, Freddie was like, okay, ready? It's 10 o'clock. Let's go. And I said, I'm not gonna go in there if the owner's there. And they were like, what? And I said, I'm not going in that jewelry store if the owner is there, because if someone's going to kill someone for their property, it's going to be the owner.
See, that's how you know that he's one of the smart ones.
And they were like, what? And I was like, oh, you trying to back out? I said, no, I said, I'm down, but I'm not going in if the owner's there, bro, because he's going to shoot. I believe the owner's going to shoot for his stuff.
He's probably got one of those tiny shotguns back there.
Or whatever he's got. And so they were like, well, I said, I'm not going in. And so they said, well, let's call and see if the owner's, maybe he's not there on Friday. So we called at 10, and can we speak to Mr. Majors? I said, sure, hold on. We called him from payphone across the street. Hang up. So we took off and we went and ate. We killed time. We called again at 11. Can speak to Mr. Majors? Sure, hold on. We'd hang up, split and go. That's when we went to the mall again, and he stole some shirts and some shit. We almost got some shit. Called again at 1. Can we speak to Mr. Majors? Sure, hold on. Hang up. Fucking, I ain't going. I kept telling him I ain't going. Now it's 3 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. Are we gonna do this?
Oh, the plan is delayed.
Yeah, are we gonna do this or are we gonna call it off? I'm not going in if the owner's there. I'm just the way it is, bro. So they call again at 3. Can speak to Mr. Majors. Says, no, he just left for the weekend. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice. He took off early on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah,
he's the owner. He can do that.
He's the owner, so
he can do
took
that.
off.
He's probably going to the coast.
Yeah, so we took off. He took off, so we said, let's go. So we went, and we're parking the Beamer in the spot at the condo.
Yeah.
And it's covered parking, so it's assigned spots. It had numbers. And we're parking the Beamer, we're all in the stolen car already when this lady walks out right in front of the car and is like, excuse me, what do y'all think y'all are doing?
Oh.
And we're like, what do you mean? And
Some Karen got you right away.
Karen got us. She was like, this is my parking spot. I'm tired of people parking in my space, and you need to get your car. I've told the manager. And she starts lecturing. And I said, I thought this was John's parking spot. He told us that we could park here. I don't know anyone named John. Liar. We all know someone named John. And so she was like,
well, maybe she said Juan.
So,
it was Midland.
So I tell them, I said, dude, I'm just going to move the fucking car. So I jump out of the stolen car, jump in the Beamer, I said, move it. And I said, okay, well, follow me. So I did the same route and drove out the front to the street. And across the street was a Vaughn's grocery store. So I drove across the street, parked in the Vaughn's grocery store, and said, let's just park in this busy grocery store parking lot.
Yeah.
We'll do the switch right here in the parking lot in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But we're going to still do the same route across the street, then switch, and they'll never know. And they're like, fuck it. So we all jump in the stolen car again, leave the Beamer in the parking lot of Vaughn's grocery store, and we go back to the jewelry store, park there. Freddie goes, all right. We had put super glue on our hands so we wouldn't leave fingerprints anywhere.
Ooh, that's a pro tip, guys. That is a pro tip. Super glue on the fingertips so you don't have to burn them off.
So we weren't walking in, and anyone said, why are those dudes wearing gloves walking into a jewelry store?
Yeah.
Did you see that? No, there was nothing. But that sucked. That shit was on there for weeks.
Yo, I'm sure.
See, I could have been that guy. I could have, like, if you would have put your hands out, I would have put, like, the hot glue and been like,
oh, Josh could have been the super glue guy, yeah.
Yeah,
I know. And then I would have blown on your hand.
We'll hire you for the next one, though.
Josh, you would have been the gluer and the blower?
Yeah, the fluffer,
Nice.
the
Just the
gluer, and the
hands.
blower.
Nice. Okay.
So we had super glue on our hands. I had long hair, sunglasses, long sleeve shirt, jeans, and boots. We were all kind of dressed like that, except I was the only one with long hair. And Freddie says, look, I'm going to go in. I'm going to say that I want to see the wedding sets, that I'm getting married. Give me about 2 minutes.
No one believes a guy that short's getting married. No way.
And
no
he says, give me about 2 minutes, and then you and Mark come in, and then we'll go. He goes, I'm gonna. He had his Mac 11 in his pants. He says,
He had a firearm?
Mac 11. He says, he goes, when I pull my gun out, I cock it once, and everyone does what I say. He says, watch. And I was like, all right. And so he goes in, and then Mark's out there. Is like, are you ready? Are you ready? Mark's crazy, bro. Mark's fucking crazy. Mark's on parole.
He's all hyped up. He's on parole while y'all are robbing a jewelry store.
Mark had just done like, I think he did like 10 months on an 8-year sentence. Back then, that's what you used to do.
10 months on an 8-year sentence.
You used to do 1 month per year of your sentence plus 90 days to process you out. So if you had a 10-year sentence, you did like 13 months.
Damn. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
So, but the rest was on parole. But so Mark was on parole, and Mark's crazy. Mark's like, fucking, you ready, bro? You ready? You ready to do this? And he was like, you want me to take the gun in? You want me to take the gun at 357? He was like, I'll fucking make anyone fucking that tries to fuck with me. Fucking. And I was like, no. You don't need a gun in there, bro.
Oh, this guy's just getting way too high.
So Mark's he's getting crunk. And then so it's like 2 minutes, and we say, he's ready? Let's go. Boom. So me and Mark walk in. Anthony's in the car shitting his pants, bro. He's the getaway driver. He's fucking freaking out. Because Anthony ain't even about that life. He just needed money.
Yeah, he was just along for the ride.
He's a drummer.
Oh, he's a drummer.
He was a drummer.
Like in a band?
Yeah, different bands. Kind of was,
okay.
Here and there drumming, but he wasn't about that life. He was just a cool dude. So Anthony's
just a cool ass dude robbing a jewelry store. No big deal, y'all.
So Anthony, it's like if I got Josh to do it because he got hard on money, bro. And he wasn't about that life. But so Anthony's sitting in the car fucking freaking the fuck out. I'm outside the car freaking the fuck out. Mark's getting fucking hyped. Freddie's in there getting ready to fucking
looking at wedding sets.
Yeah, looking at wedding sets.
Hurry the fuck up, Freddie.
So it's 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, and I said, fuck it, let's go. So we walk in, and me and Mark stood at the door, and it was all glass front. And it was 2 men and a lady. And the lady looks up and says, can I help you? And I said, nah, we're just looking. We're good. And she said, okay. But me and Mark just stood at the door. We opened the door, walked in, and just stood there. And Freddie was already over there with the wedding set in front of him, open, looking at wedding rings. So the lady asked us. I said, no, we're good. And then the lady looked at us again, and then she leaned over to one of the men, and she whispered something in his ear. And the dude turned around. There was a hallway that led to a back office. And he turned around and started trotting to the back.
He knew what was going on.
And when he did that, Freddie said, "Sir, freeze right there. This is a robbery." And he pulled the Mac 11 out of his pants and he cocked it once. It was loud. When he cocked it, that woman went, "Oh my God." And the dude just froze as he was walking down the hallway. He said, "Back up. Don't turn around and look. Just back up and lay down on the ground. You should get away." So he laid the two men and the lady on the ground. And Mark took off running back to that office where that guy was trotting to. So Mark's in the back, like shuffling through paper. You could hear him just going through, I don't know what, going through drawers or whatever. And Freddie's like, "Hurry up, man. Hey, hurry up, man." He goes, "Mark, hurry up."
Said his fucking name?
Yes. Mark, and Mark's crazy. Mark comes walking out of the office back there like, "Oh, what'd you say, Freddie? What'd you say, Freddie? Huh? What'd you call me?" He's going like that, and I was just like, fuck. And Freddie, you could see Freddie's face was like, he went, and he was like, ma'am, I need you to get up, get those keys. She had the key and this thing around her hand. You know, he goes, "Get up, get those keys, and go open that Rolex case. And don't look at anyone's hands. Don't look at anyone's face. Just stay looking at the ground." And I kept saying, "Watch her hands. Watch her hands. She's going to press a button." Because in all the movies, they press a button.
Yeah, panic button.
So I'm like, "Watch your hands, dude. Watch your hands." And so she went over there. She opened up the case. And then, "Now lay down." And then Mark had a bag already. And so he just scooped everything out of the Rolex case. "Now get up and go open that Bertolucci case." She opened up another case, and Mark scooped her. "Now go open that fucking Patek Philippe case." Open the Patek Philippe case, and there's
Ooh, that's a nice watch. Patek Philippe. Whew,
so we got all the
one.
Bertolucci's, all the Patek Philippe's,
They
and
have
all the
Hublots
and
back
all
then?
and all the Rolexes. It was 3
Okay.
different kinds.
Okay.
And then Freddie, we weren't even counting. Freddie had the whole wedding set case out. There was 150 sets, and he just closed the case and stuck it under his arm like a laptop. And so he backed up with the Mac 11, and he goes, "All right, you better not tell him. Give the real description of us, because I know where all of y'all lives. I've been following all of y'all." Freddie started telling him all this fucking bullshit. And then I just opened up the door, and they ran out. I said, "Well, y'all have a nice day." And
You said that?
Yeah, I said that. And I said, "Well, y'all have a nice day now." And then we just ran and we jumped in the car.
Oh,
and
that's cold as fuck.
And then they
you hear
started
that, Josh?
fucking screaming.
He's like Doc Holliday.
I know.
Yeah,
Y'all come back now, you hear?
and I said
I'm
that.
your Huckleberry.
Because I thought you
you're
were supposed
Daisy
to.
if you do.
And so I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yeah.
So
That's your tagline.
we ran and we jumped in the car, and then everyone starts screaming, dude. They're like, "Go, go!" And Anthony starts freaking out, bro. Like he starts like fucking, "Hurry up!" And everyone's fucking screaming. I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! He's gonna wreck, dude!" And so we went the back way through the thing, and luckily when we went to cross the street into Vaughn's, there was just this break in traffic, it parted the sea because it's a busy street.
It was meant to be.
So he fucking drives right across the parking lot, right into the Vaughn's. We don't even turn the car off because it's stolen. We stole it with a screwdriver. So the car's still on. We just jump out of the car, jump in the Beamer, like cool, like the movies. Jump in the Beamer.
The old switcheroo.
Come out into the street, and we have to drive back in front of the jewelry store. We drive in front of the store, and it's surrounded by cops.
Already.
They have a half circle of cop cars around the front, all there with their guns drawn. They thought we were inside still. We missed a bad situation probably by about less than a minute.
You think they would have opened fire?
I wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now, bro. Guaranteed.
Really?
Either we would have been dead, had like almost life sentences over this. Because they would have caught us with the weapons.
Oh,
code.
wow. Yeah, that's a good point.
Fucked.
That's a good point.
Who knows what Freddie would have done? Because Freddie had already been talking about he would have shot out the back glass. I was already thinking I was going to shoot out the back glass to run out. So who knows what would have happened?
And he had that big old gun. And he's got short man syndrome,
And
so he
then
probably would have, had to bow up.
They would have started shooting.
Oh, for sure.
So we drive by, and this whole place is surrounded. And we drive by looking like, "Oh, shit, look. And boom, we start.
And you're gone.
And we're gone. And then we jump on the highway back to San Antonio.
Back to San Antonio.
So, but check this out. So we're leaving town. So we're getting the fuck out of there. Like, oh my God, dude, we dodged that by a few seconds, bro. So we go, let's get on the highway. Let's find a spot to pull over, get all the jewelry, put it under the spare tire in the trunk. So if we get pulled over, we ain't got nothing.
Right.
With the guns. So we find a spot, we pull over, put everything under the spare tire. Let's go. Drive this. And I'm driving again. I'm driving.
You're a driver now.
I'm driving again now. Now we had switched in the Beamer and all that. So I'm driving, and because Freddie doesn't have a license. Remember?
Right.
And we didn't want to get pulled over for some bullshit and they find something. So I'm driving. We're just leaving Midland. this fucking F-350 big old 4x4 ranch truck pulls up next to us. Like, we're on the highway doing 70. These dudes, like, I don't know, like 4 or 6 dudes in this big old truck pull up next to us, big old cornbread eating woods, and they act like they're gonna hit it. We're in this Beamer, and they're
trying to run you off the road?
Yes, not trying to run us off, but they're acting like they're gonna hit us. And we're like, what the fuck, you know? And roll down the window, and this dude's like, they're telling us roll down the window. This dude rolls down the window, and he's hanging out the window. It's a big old dude in overalls, and he's like, right on the window. He's yelling, what the fuck? What the fuck? We slow down to like 50, and he's like, pull over. Pull over. I bet you one of us white boys whoop all you wetbacks. He's talking shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't even been to prison yet, and you're already starting a race war.
Yes, they are. And so they're saying this shit, and I'm like, and then they're acting like they're going to fucking bump us. We just knocked off a fucking jewelry store.
And you've got guns.
But we put everything in the trunk. Luckily, in the Beamer, you could fold down the middle and the back and reach into the trunk. He couldn't lift the tire to get the gun, luckily, because Mark was sitting in the back trying to get him.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't reach him. And then we're going, I'm like, fuck you. We started talking shit, fuck you, and blah, blah, blah. Well, one of the back window rolls down, and they point a fucking deer rifle out the back window. And oh, shit. Remember when people used to have deer
Yeah,
racks?
the rifle racks.
They
Yeah.
had the rifle racks, and the dude's pointed, this is 91. The dude points a fucking deer rifle or something out the fucking window at us, and we're like, what the fuck? And it's a standard Beamer, and I hit it, dude. Bam! And I do like 120 for like 10 minutes. It's West Texas. There's hardly shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get pulled over, but still.
But still. We got all this shit, but we got to get away from these fucking dudes because some shit's going down. But Mark and them are freaking out. Oh, fuck these dudes. Fuck them. Let's get them. Okay, well, let's lose them. Let me get some. Let's lose them. Pull over. Let's get the guns out. Mark and Freddie wanted to stand by the side of the highway and spray them as they fucking came driving by. I was like, what
like a
movie,
reverse drive-by.
What movie do you think this is? A dyslexic drive-by. Yeah.
I mean, someone in the chat just said, someone make a movie short about this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Audrey wants to see the movie.
So
I do too, kind of.
so these dudes, we stopped and pulled to get the guns out. And I said, no, we're not going to stay here and shoot this fucking truck up. What we're going to do is we're going to take off, and if these dudes catch up to us again and pull a gun on us again, we might have to shoot them then.
Yeah, you open fire, yeah.
We're not fucking sitting there and fucking spraying this truck on the side of the road. We had $268,000 in jewelry.
That's how much all the jewelry was worth?
Yeah. Everything
Josh,
had price tags on it.
$250,000.
Split between 4 people.
Well,
No, split between 3 people. The driver was doing it for just a piece of jewelry and $2,000.
Oh, shit.
A ring and $2,000.
But he would have got the same prison time.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't? Okay.
He got 10 years probation and did probation out here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He got lucky because it was his first offense, too. He wasn't about that life.
It wasn't your first offense.
It was my first offense. But
It
I went in.
was your first
But I
offense.
went in.
But they didn't see, well,
Yeah. So what happened was they didn't see the gun that I had in there in the jewelry store. Anyway, we get back to San Antonio. And we split up the jewelry and we go about. Me and Mark are kicking it tough. Freddie's still going out and doing his dirt the way he does his dirt.
Oh, he's still robbing people.
He's still doing his dirt. Freddie, I don't know exactly what, because he's real sneaky, but he's still doing his dirt.
Actually, you know what they call it, Josh? They call it hitting licks.
Yeah, he's still hitting licks.
yeah.
Yeah.
We hit a lick that time, but
You did, I mean, $250,000.
Yeah, so
in 91.
yeah. Well, and we didn't get that much money. We
Well,
didn't make
yeah.
Because you got to sell it
'Cause
off
you have-
piece by piece.
You have to fence it, Josh.
Yes.
You have to fence
We had
the
a fence
stolen
out of
jewelry. Yeah.
Mexico. We had a fence out of Mexico
See?
that said that they were going to
Fucking
buy
told you,
everything.
Josh.
So anyway, when we get back and we split everything, everyone's doing their own thing. When one day Freddie comes over to my apartment, he says, "Hey man, Edward, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "Let's go for a cruise." And I had bought the Scout International, Scouts.
Yeah.
And I'd lifted it and put all this shit to it, and it was all badass. And he was like, "Oh wow, bro, I like what you did to your Scout." He goes, "Let's go for a cruise. I haven't never been in, since you did this. Let's go for a cruise." I was like, "All right." He goes, "Well, cause I need to talk to you, bro. I mean, it's gonna be serious. So, are you good to drive though?" And I was like, "Yeah, bitch." And he was like, "Okay, well, let's go for a cruise, man." And he goes, "Hold on," and he gets in his Beamer, and he gets his Mac 11, and I noticed, and he put it in his pants. And I said, "Hold on, man, I got to take a piss." And I went inside, and I got my 357. I said, "Okay." I had bought a Smith &
If
Wesson.
he's going to be strapped, you're going to be strapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and got my nickel-plated Smith & Wesson, and we went for a cruise.
Sorry, hang on. Christine Venegas just goes, I feel like Davey has flashcards under the table for all the terms.
I know this. Oh, yeah. I can relate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know all the lingo. Come on.
So he goes, let's go for cruising. He's like, hey, go here, man. He goes, man, but Edward, I need to talk to you, bro. This is serious. And I was like, what? Freddie? And he was like, no, I don't know, man. And he's taking me, you know what? Let's go through these trails. And we go off the road.
Oh, you don't ever go on trails.
Yeah, we go off the roads, and I was like, and he's like, well, are you cool to drive? I don't want you to be on the highway when I tell you this. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just stopped. What the fuck, Freddie? And he says, bro, they know about everything. I said, who knows about everything? He goes, dude, the cops, the Midland detectives are in town. They're looking for all of us. They already know. I said, who? Who told you this? And he goes, man, they already went to my girlfriend's house. His Beamer was registered to his girlfriend who lived with her parents.
Oh, man.
And they went to her house with sketches. They didn't have cameras. They had sketches of us.
Was your sketch accurate?
I didn't even see it. I never saw my sketch.
I bet those sketches were so racist.
I know. But
they just had them colored all dark and shit,
burnt, dude. But they had sketches of us, and they showed up to his girlfriend's parents' house and showed him sketches. And the parents said, I don't know who these guys are, but this one looks like my daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, the parents dry snitch?
So, yeah. So, it was kind of a moist snitch.
Moist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little wet.
It was a little bit moist.
Right.
So, they gave him up.
Terrible word, by the way.
They started looking for him, only him. But
just Freddie.
But he's saying, no, they're looking for all of us.
Short guy with the,
yes. The one who set everything up, they're looking for him. So.
The real mastermind.
And this is how they got back to him. The lady that came out, Karen, that came out to tell us that we were parking in a spot.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
She memorized the license plates and went inside and wrote them down. And then when she saw...
What kind of psycho is just memorizing license plates?
Well, she walked right in and did it because we parked in her spot. Oh, but she went inside and wrote them down, was going to complain to the property manager, but then saw on the news that the place right next door got robbed and that car was found in the parking lot. She was like, well, that's the same car. She turned that information into the cops, but they really didn't put the two together for months until they linked it back to Freddie. And that's what got Freddie's license plate back to his parents, that lady. So Freddie's like, dude, they already know. And I'm like, they don't know. So anyway, I come back. I'm like, this motherfucker, something's up. So we hire a lawyer. We go talk to this lawyer. I pay this lawyer $1,500 for me, Mark, and Freddie, $500 each for the retainer. He says, give me a couple of days and I'll look into it. A couple of days later, we go back. He says, okay, this is what's going on. They're looking for Freddie. They don't have a warrant for y'all. They haven't charged, yet, but they're looking for Freddie to question him. And I'm almost positive when they question him, they're going to charge him. And he said, Freddie goes, well, what can we do? And he goes, if you shut your mouth,
don't say a word.
I can help you.
Yeah. And
he said, okay, I'll give you, he said, it's $15,000 for each. And Freddie goes, I'll give you my Beamer. I'll give you, bye-bye. He starts naming all this shit. He goes, and he tried to give him jewelry. And the dude was like, I can't take any jewelry.
I'm not a fence, bro. I'm not a fence.
Jewelry high.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And so.
I'll give you this beautiful Patek Philippe.
So he says, just if you get picked up, tell him I'm your lawyer, and that's it. And so Freddie's like, all right. And he's like, just don't say anything, and they don't know who these other guys are. Okay. So we split, and then me and Mark are hanging out. And Mark's like, we got to kill him. Mark's like, we got to kill him, bro. He's going to snitch. Yeah,
he knew.
Mark's on parole.
Yeah.
Mark's on parole and like, bro, he's going to snitch. This is aggravated because there's weapons. I'm fucked. I'm on parole. He goes, I'm fucked. I'm fucked, bro. We got to kill him, bro. We got to kill him. And I was like, I didn't even really want to do the robbery, bro. Now you want me to kill Freddie with you.
He was serious, too.
Dead serious, bro.
Ooh. So that's the guy that got really hyped up before the
So think about this. Think about this. I could have been involved in multiple murders already. What if I didn't have the balls to say, no, dude, it's not going down like this? We would have sprayed that truck.
Yep.
And say they wouldn't have linked it to us. Say
the owner of what? You were the one that insisted on not going in if the owner was there?
But say that didn't happen. Say we didn't kill anyone in the robbery. But say just on the way back from Midland, very easily we could have shot these dudes in the truck.
Yeah.
And then maybe they didn't catch us till later. Yeah. So, and then we'd be back in San Antonio, and then Mark says, Freddie's going to snitch, and we got to kill him. And I said, fuck yeah, let's kill Freddie. And so we kill Freddie, and they don't still catch us, and we're still on the run. And because then Mark goes, dude, I got to get out of here, bro. He said, they're going to get us. He said, I already know it's coming. He said, I know another lick we can hit. He goes, we got to steal a van, We got to go to get a uniform, like a UPS uniform, and get a clipboard because they have to buzz us in. But they do drops, money drops here at this place, and they'll have anywhere between 400 and 900,000, all cash. We can get them. He goes, but we have to kill the person in there. And I was like, no, I'm not, no.
Whoa.
And he was like, no, because there can't be any witnesses. They have to buzz us in.
Wait, was this before or after he wanted to kill Freddie?
This was after he wanted to kill Freddie, because he wanted to kill Freddie, and then he wanted
do this heist, kill another person
to split with the money and go on the run. And so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna kill someone. He's like, well, I'm gonna get a fucking fake ID and all this shit. And he was like, man, he was like, well, I gotta go report one more time, bro, because I can't. I gotta report, and or they're gonna put a warrant for me. Fuck. And so he went to report, and they picked him up at the parole office. He didn't know he had.
I thought they weren't even looking for him though.
They were.
They were looking for
Freddie.
Wait, so was the attorney wrong, or did Freddie snitch that quick?
Well, no. Freddie got picked. Freddie got picked up.
Okay.
Freddie ended up on Bexar County's Most Wanted.
Oh.
And dude, and so this dude's on the run. He's on Bexar County's Most Wanted for aggravated. They did a whole like America's Most Wanted profile on the dude. They said he walks in. They said at 23 years old, Alfredo Martinez lives the lifestyle of a wealthy doctor or lawyer. He drives BMWs, and they showed pictures, stock pictures of BMWs and all this kind of toys that he had.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way he dresses and wears Rolex watches, but he doesn't have a degree. He's a robber. And they showed him his MO. Yes, he walks in with the Mac 11 and he cocks it one time, and they had his whole thing down and be on the lookout and all this stuff. So they ran him on TV, and then the next day they caught him.
Whew.
So he starts calling me from the county jail. Hey, they haven't gone to pick you up yet? And I was like, no.
Freddie said this?
Yes. He's calling me from jail. I'm like, for what, bro? He goes, the robbery, bro. They keep coming in and showing me your picture and Mark's picture and Anthony's picture, and they said they're going to go get y'all. I'm like, for what, bro? You telling them that we didn't have anything to do with it, right? Oh, I'm trying to, but they don't believe me, bro. I don't think they believe me.
Oh, he's guilty. He's guilty.
This is what he tells me. This is what he tells me. He says, so they tell me, they pull me out of my cell and say, hey, we got your lawyer. You have a court appointment. Because he didn't even go with that lawyer. He didn't even use that lawyer.
That when he was going to do it for 15 grand?
Yeah. When they picked him up, he didn't even call him.
What did he go with? Court appointed?
He went and got a court appointed, said he was broke. Because that way he was playing the whole thing that he didn't have any money.
No way.
So he was playing totally innocent. Like, I'm not robbing anything. I'm broke. I have no money and all this shit. So
that's actually not a bad call.
I know. Well, it was his first idea, So they give him a court appointed lawyer. And this is what he tells me. He says, bro, I think they tricked me. He goes, this dude came, they pulled me out and says, look.
No.
He says, look, dude, I'm your court-appointed lawyer. You need to be straight with me and tell me the truth, and that's the only way I can help you. So I came clean. I told him the whole truth because he's my lawyer. And then he got up and said, aha, you're fucked now. And he had a badge.
Bullshit, dude. No. That didn't fucking happen.
I know
that
it
never
didn't
happened.
happen. I know, because that'd be totally thrown out. Even if he'd murdered someone, you would be off with
attorney-client privilege.
No, not attorney-client. The fucking, just the total violation of your fucking rights.
Okay, well, I mean, that too, probably.
But
I don't know.
And totally inadmissible anything he would have said, and a total farce of the justice system if it was like that. So anyway, he said that's what happened, and he was singing. He was like he was on the voice.
Oh yeah,
he was he was giving us all up. So anyway, they raided my parents' house. My dad paged me. It was in pager days. He paged me. I called him back. Son, they just raided the house. What did you do? I said, yeah, we did it. So I went and talked to my dad. We went and talked to his lawyer.
Because you had a privileged upbringing, so I'm assuming your parents were, decently well off.
Yeah, they were all right. We're not rich, but my mom was a teacher. My dad had his own business. We're all right. And so anyway, my dad always had a lawyer on retainer for business. Yeah. So we went and talked to his lawyer, and the lawyer said, look, well, he called the lawyer because the detectives, when they raided my parents' house, left a card. So we go there. The lawyer calls him. All right. He hangs up. I remember just going, all right, Mr. Hernandez. He goes, detectives, Midland robbery detectives, San Antonio robbery detectives, San Antonio Repeat Offenders Project, San Antonio Police Department, Texas Rangers.
Ooh.
Yes, that's the one that he said, you don't want
the Texas Rangers after you, dude?
Texas Rangers. They said, yep, they're all here. He said, they already have an offer on the table, 20 years, and you already have a bond of $200,000 that they're going to give you when they pick you up.
Whoa.
And he said, I'll make arrangements for you to turn yourself in tomorrow morning, and so you can get your affairs in order. But don't try to go on the run. He said, if you don't turn yourself in by noon tomorrow, they're going to run you on TV and stuff, and you don't want your face all over TV, man. You don't want to do that to you or your family. And I was like, I know.
I mean, that'd be pretty badass.
So, no, it wasn't. And so I was just like, all right, man. And so he goes, man, you ever heard of the term into the frying pan and into the fire?
Into the fire, yeah.
Yeah, out of the frying pan into the fire. He goes, don't think about running to Mexico because you'll learn exactly what that term means. And I was like, I ain't trying to run to Mexico or nothing. So I remember it was a Wednesday night, dude. We went out to the Bottom Exchange. It was used to be college night, 50-cent drinks on Wednesdays at the Bottom in the 90s. It was fucking jumping. The best club in San Antonio. All my friends, we went out there, partied with all my friends, went back to my apartment, partied, said my goodbyes, went and turned myself in the morning. And that helped me.
Some real Goodfellas type shit.
Yeah.
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 Well, the Bottom's a little different now. Josh still goes there, but
you know what's crazy is during that meantime when Freddie got run on TV, and then they were looking for him, he was just staying couch surfing. Didn't know what he was gonna do. He was just hiding out. Well, one night he's staying at my apartment, and I get raided. I didn't have a warrant yet. Just he did. This was in that little gray area, probably about 3 weeks to a month period.
well, yeah, because you said you did the robbery in '91,
Yes.
but you didn't go in until
It took years because Freddie escaped. All this shit went fucking. I didn't go. We did the robbery in late '91, and I didn't go to prison until '95.
yeah.
Freddie, he escaped, and they were. He fucked everything up, but I mean,
He's still in prison though, right?
yeah, he got 109 years.
109
He
years.
got 99 for the robbery plus 10 years for escaping.
Well, good.
And the 10 years is tacked on. It's after you do the 99.
Snitches get stitches. I mean, he didn't get stitches, but he got a lot of time.
Sometimes snitches get riches.
Tell
now.
him what happened to the lady. Remember the lady who whispered to the guy and he started trotting back?
What happened to her?
So we'll check it out and finish telling you. Freddie's sleeping everywhere. One morning, they kick in the fucking door to my apartment, dude.
was it SAPD?
It was
SWAT?
Bear County Sheriffs.
Okay, Bear County Sheriff.
It was the Bear County Sheriff's Department because they ran in yelling Bear County Sheriffs, Bear County Sheriffs. But I was on the second floor, so they had to kick the door about 3 times, and the whole balcony was shaking.
Damn.
Of all the people running up the stairs, and because I just remember it was like early in the morning, and boom, boom, and then boom, and I guess the door went bap, 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 and hit the wall kind of back and
It
forth.
was flapping back and forth,
Because I heard bop, 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 and then all these footsteps, bop, bop, and then they're yelling Bear County Sheriff's Department, and the next thing you know, my bedroom door is being kicked open, and I'm like, kind of like, what the fuck's going on, And my wife at the time had been telling me, luckily about a week before, she had been saying, man, I'm having nightmares that the cops are coming.
Did she know what had happened?
Yes, completely. And she had,
wow.
I gave her the biggest, baddest ring out of the robbery. So she had the rowdiest ring. And she kept saying, I feel that they're going to come for this ring and all this stuff. But she had her own wedding ring too, but she had a rowdy-ass wedding ring from the robbery. And the swing rings and all that were in style back then, those ones that would go around. So she had
She had spinners.
Yeah, she had all these rings.
Nice.
So she would she goes, so I'm leaving them in the sink on the edge of the sink, so if the cops come in, I'm going to flush it. That she had said, I said, dude,
How much was that ring worth?
$8,000. It had a tag on it.
$8,000.
So the cops kick in the door, and by the time I kind of sit up in bed, realizing what's going on, my wife's already in the restroom flushing the toilet. Out of instinct, when they hit the door, she just jumped up.
That's a down-ass girl.
She is a dumb bitch. So she got up and ran to the fucking restroom and flushed it, and the cops fucking bam, they kick in the fucking bedroom door, and then they kick in the restroom door and run in and grab her up by the hair and start pulling her out of the restroom, and they're yelling, she's flushing it. She's flushing it. So I jumped up out of the bed, hey, motherfuckers, and then they just grabbed me by my hair and stuck a gun in my head and put me on the ground, and they're like, down, motherfucker, don't move. Well, my son was in the room. He was 8 months old. He was sleeping in the bed between us.
God.
And I started, hey, man, my son's in the bed, dude. And they were like, there's a baby in here. There's a baby in here. Watch your weapon. Check your weapon. There's a baby. And so then they kind of chilled out a little. They pulled us all out, and they're telling me, what'd you flush? What'd you flush? And she said, I just had a joint, half a joint, a roach there. I was scared. I don't know. I just thought flush it for some reason is what she's saying. And so they take us off.
She was quick.
Yeah.
Oof.
So they have us cuffed, and they put me in they put us in the living room, and they're like, all right, you want to tell us where the drugs are at?
The drugs?
Yeah. You didn't see how happy I was when they said that. Because all the jewelry was downstairs. My neighbors were holding it under us.
No shit.
They heard the whole thing. They were like, bro, they were running up the stairs. We saw them pull up and everything, and we were just like, fuck. And they just all went upstairs. It was like The Fugitive when he's in that renting that place and they raid the house that he's renting, but only the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those people downstairs.
So they thought you were a drug lord too?
They thought I was a drug dealer. They weren't even there for the jewelry.
Did you have drugs?
No.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they were like, where are the drugs at? And I was like, what? And they were like, where are the drugs? I was like, fuck you, bitch. They said, we're going to bring in the dogs. I was bringing the dogs,
Bring 'em
motherfucker.
in.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude.
And they said, okay. And my roommate was sitting there too. And they were like, okay. And me and my roommate are kind of laughing like, fuck you. And they go, you're Edward Hernandez. That's your wife. That's your kids. That's your roommate, Rudy. And they were like, who's this dude? Freddie. Freddie's there in his underwear. He got arrested at Tarantarans. He's slept in underwear in his chones, I guess, and so he's cuffed and just in his fucking Tarantarans. And I said, I don't know. I had a little get together last night. Someone left this dude behind. They were supposed to pick him up. I didn't even know he stayed. I don't even know this dude.
Nice.
And they're like, yeah. And so he gives him.
So you vouched, and later on,
Well,
you vouched for him.
Oh, well, I don't know. I wasn't vouching for him. I just,
Maybe,
just get
maybe
out
not
of
a
here, bro.
vouch.
I didn't need him arrested to go.
That's what I'm saying. You could have given him up right there.
For what?
His name?
Then he would have said like, "Yeah, we robbed a jewelry store."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
point,
so
yeah.
remember, I'm his fall partner, dude. So they say, "Well, you're going to jail for just hanging out with these scumbags." They tell him. Then after a while, they let my wife call her mother because there's 2 kids there, because they're threatening to take the kids to Foster, whatever to CPS and whatever. And then they start tearing up the fucking house, and this is what they arrest me. This is what they get me for. First, they find an old cable box out on the patio storage because we took over this apartment.
You can get arrested for a cable box?
Listen.
Fuck.
We took this apartment over
have
from
one
my
of those.
friend's dad, and they have the same
Okay.
name. He's junior, he's senior. He had an old cable box from when the dad lived there, and I guess when he shut his cable down, he just put the box in his shed. We ordered a new cable, whatever. They went in there and said, "Oh, this old cable box was never returned. It was reported stolen."
No way.
So but it was my roommate's name on it. So they charged him with possession of stolen property. So he's got 1 misdemeanor now, and they're still looking.
No way.
They're still tearing up the apartment. The dog's in there peeing on.
He's got a record for a cable box?
Listen. So
Fuck.
So he's got 1 misdemeanor. They're looking. Then they come back and they're like, this empty plastic baggie. The dogs won't stop sniffing on this baggie. So we're going to check it for resin or something. It had something in
They
here.
planted shit.
It's charged my roommate again because it was in his room. Charge him with paraphernalia. So now he's got 2 misdemeanors: the stolen cable box and an empty plastic baggie. And we're these drug lords.
Yeah.
Then they come out of the room with the 357 that I used in the robbery.
Oh.
And another one. They have 2 of them because my buddy had 2, but it was his gun. They were both his gun. The one I used in the robbery, it was a King Cobra 357.
Oh, that's nice.
This thing's giant.
Yeah.
And
That's a 6-inch barrel.
so they come out, yes. So they come out with these 2 guns, and they're like, "Whose are these?" And they took them out of my friend's closet, and he was like, "I don't know." And they're like, and they have the one from the robbery right there in his fucking hand. And he goes, and my buddy goes, "Oh, is that mine?" And he goes, "These aren't yours. I got them out of your closet." He goes, "No, you didn't. You didn't get those out of my fucking closet. And so you don't care if I keep them? I don't give a fuck what you do. They ain't mine." The cops stole the guns. The cops stole Midland's evidence.
No way, dude.
Yeah. So the cops stole those guns. The cops ripped me off that day because I had like new tires to my Jeep, and I had different stuff, big screen TV and all this stuff. So they went in there. So now they steal his guns. They charging him for that empty baggie. They're charging him for that box. Then they said my VCR.
Your VCR.
Check this out. This is how desperate they were. My VCR, they said, "You know what?" Because they couldn't find any drugs. They said, "You know what? You got a lot of nice shit in here. Start checking serial numbers and see what comes back stolen." That's how the cable box came back stolen. Now my VCR, they said the serial number on the back of it, a 1 on it, someone had turned it into a 4 by adding a little L. And so they charged me with altering the serial number on my own VCR. So and my roommate, because it was in the living room. It was in the living room VCR. So they charged both of us. So now he's got 3 misdemeanors.
I didn't know you'd get arrested for some of this shit.
The judge didn't either. When I got there, they didn't even know. Yeah, they didn't even know what that charge was. It was because it said alt ALT. I remember this alt dash OBLT. No, OBLIT dash destroy, like this.
Oh, like obliterate.
So
Yeah.
altering, obliterating, or destroying a serial number was the charge for that. That's
holy.
And
shit.
I'd never even heard of that. So now he's got 3 misdemeanors and I've got 1. So we're going to jail. We gotcha. And so they let Freddie go. They took my ex-wife's mom showed up and they said, "Well, you're lucky. We're going to let you go. We're hanging around these scumbags. Get the fuck out of here." So they let her go. So me and my roommate are fucking laughing. We're getting in the cop car. They got us cuffed. We're in the cop car. One of the cops starts yelling, "Oh, stop right there. We found it. We found the drugs. I look at my fucking, we're in the back of the cop car. I look at my roommate like, "What the fuck are they talking about, dude?" It was in Mr. fucking, my roommate so-and-so's room, get him out of the car right now. And they pull him out. They found his wallet, and he had 2 hits of acid in his wallet.
Oh, come on. 2 hits?
2 hits that he goes, bro, I didn't even remember. He had them like buried in his wallet, you know, and they were stashed in there forever. And
Like little
foil.
paper hits?
Yeah, in foil, in square foil.
Oh.
And they found 2 hits, and they were like that. We found the dope. They came running out of there like that. Damn, you better get us fucking scale for that shit. You know? So they're fucking screaming, and my buddy,
Biggest bust of the year.
yeah, and Rudy, my buddy's like, my roommate's like, that ain't mine. Fuck you. That ain't mine. And they're like, fuck you. They pull him out of the car all fucking aggressive, and they start roughing him up, and they're like, get him out of here. We got this one. And so they keep my boy there, and they take me to jail. And then I bond right out, and I go back home, and my boy went to jail after me. He has now 2 felonies and 3 misdemeanors.
From this incident.
The 2 hits of acid and the chain altering, obliterating, the possession of the paraphernalia from an empty bag, and the fucking changing and the stolen fucking cable box. 3 misdemeanors and 2 felonies, and I have 1 misdemeanor for the VCR. So they take me, my boy stays there, and then they take him. I bond right out. I come back to the apartment. It's trashed. My boy's brother is there, the one in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's his brother. He's there fucking helping clean up. This one before he was paralyzed. So he's helping clean up. We find the 2 hits of acid on the floor. No, we find 1 hit of acid on the floor. He's like, look, hit of acid. We're like, fuck.
They missed one. They missed a third of the haul.
Yeah, and they dismissed the whole fucking, they threw out the whole.
Oh, so your buddy didn't get the charges after all?
He got the charges, but they dismissed him.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
But
Holy
what
shit.
you were saying, how I got lucky in court is when I went to court. And it's weird because this is one I do feel bad about. I lied in court
Okay.
to save my ass.
Wait, can you say
I mean,
that?
Shit, here we are. What's the statute of limitations for contempt of court?
I don't know.
32 years, I hope. You know, like
Shit. I mean,
so whatever. Fuck them.
allegedly.
I fibbed. Anyway.
Yeah.
They I pled guilty. What they were offering me was 20 years for the robbery, and I wouldn't take it.
Really?
I wouldn't take it. And the district attorney came to me and he said, "Look, man, take the 20 years because if you don't take it, we're going to take you to fucking court. Freddie's going to testify against you. We got you cold, and we're gonna give you 25 if you don't take the 20-year plea bargain." And it was under the 1/4 law. I said, "Look, dude, I'm not." You have to do 5 years. He was like, "You have to do 5 years on a 20, dude. You'll be fine." I said, "Look, no." I said, "I'll take 10."
If they keep, you know,
I told him, and it was aggravated too. So I said, "Look," I said, "I'll take a 10 ag right now. Give me 10 ag. I'll sign for it right now." And they were like, "No, it's 20." I said, "Okay, drop the aggravated, and I'll sign for the 20 right now." I was gonna sign for the 20, and they were like, "No, it's 20 ag. That's your best fucking deal. Take it or leave it, or take it to trial, and we're gonna give you more." And I said, "No." And this is where I've almost fucked up. We're in a meeting with the district attorney and his assistant, and my attorney and me. And he says, "Look, man," he says, "you want to take a fucking 10-year sentence? You'll have to do 2.5 on a 10. On a 20, you have to do 5. If you do 2.5, you could do 5. And I said, "Kiss my ass, bro. If I could do 2.5, I could do 5. You got me." And all he heard was "kiss my ass." I blurted it out to the district attorney himself, and he stood up, put everything away, and he just kept saying, "Kiss my ass, kiss my ass." Okay, see what and I didn't.
Oh, you pissed him off. He was
Bad.
big mad. He was big mad.
Bad. He folded everything up. We'll see what you fucking get. And my lawyer was like, "You fucked up. You fucked up. You don't tell the district attorney to kiss your ass."
Because he's going to go after you in court now.
Yeah.
Now he's really going to go after you.
Yeah.
But you still ended up getting the 10 years.
I ended up getting 7. Because I lied in court.
Oh. You know what?
And I feel bad
Christine Venegas, she pointed out they can't retry you, Josh. Everyone knows that. Double jeopardy.
But
she's right.
But so what happened in court
Was it about the gun?
Yes. Because in court, the lady, it wasn't a guilt innocence. I pled guilty, but I just didn't agree to it was about sentencing, how much time I was going to get. So I had character witnesses go. And my dad, my brother who's a cop,
Your brother's a cop?
Yeah, he's been a cop forever. My brother's a cop. And so, he went, and they just, somewhere along the way, I fucked up. So
he grew his hair out, started smoking weed.
The lady in the jewelry store, she kept saying, "Well, the guy came in, and he wanted to see the rings, and then the 2 other guys came in, and I got nervous, and I hit the panic button. So I whispered to my coworker, 'I think I messed up and hit the panic button. The phone's gonna ring. Can you go tell them there's no problem?'"
Oh, no.
So she whispered to him. The phone was going to start ringing, or did start ringing maybe. And he went back there to say everything's cool.
But who knows what he would have said once he got on the phone? Yeah.
Who knows? Or they might have said, well, they're on the way anyway. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's what was happening. And so she kept saying, well, then they pulled out a Mac 11 and they cocked it and then they made me get up and blah, blah, blah. And my lawyer looks over at me and he says, did you have a gun in there? I said, no. I never pointed it at anyone. I never waved a gun at anyone. I never did that. Anyone. You
never brandished a weapon.
It stayed right there.
Yeah.
And he goes, is there any way anyone thinks that they saw you with the weapon in there? I said, I don't think so, man. I don't think. They could think what they want, but I don't think so. And then he said, hold on. He stopped her. Hold on. You keep saying they pulled out a Mac 11 and they pointed it at us and they cocked it. Did you ever see my client with the weapon and do that? She said, no, I didn't. He said, okay, continue. So they threw out the deadly weapon on mine.
Oh, nice.
But it didn't matter when you have a robbery charge. When you get to prison, it's all treated aggravated anyway.
Right.
And if that district attorney had done his fucking homework, he would have said, yeah, okay, we'll give you the 20 non-ag. We'll drop the ag. But as soon as I would have got there, they would have treated it ag, and I probably would have done like 10 of that 20.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead you did 6 on the 7.
So instead I did 6 on a non-aggravated 7.
Nice.
Which I was supposed to do 5 on a 20, and I didn't want to take.
But I mean,
That's crazy.
Would they have for sure let you out at 5?
No, that's when you're up for your first rejection.
See, that's my thing. Like, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, people always say, well, yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, oh, you'll be out at 5.
That's not guaranteed.
But that's what people think in Texas. When you get 10 years, people go, oh, but he comes up for parole in 2.5, so he'll be out in 2.5. No. I got friends that did their whole 10s like nothing, bro. Texas don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no guarantee. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Here's the other thing that we're going to have Eddie back on. We're going to have you back on because Eddie was on Crime Stoppers on national TV. He was on Crime Stoppers at one point, and we're going to have to do a part 2 for this because that story will blow your fucking socks off, Josh. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I would have made America's Most Wanted, but I turned myself in.
Yeah. It's okay. So we're going to have to come back for a part 2 because this is the longest live stream we've ever done.
Yeah.
Because Eddie's just got stories for days.
Hey, everybody in the live stream like it because there's
please, everyone.
My bad. Didn't mean to keep you hostage.
Everyone right now, go like the video, share it. Comment after we post it. I know y'all are commenting on in the live chat, and I always appreciate that. I know this one we didn't interact with the audience as much as we normally do, but I mean these stories are crazy. You just got to hear the stories. But yeah, comment, like after it's posted, and subscribe. Share it out. We're gonna do a part 2 because the Crime Stoppers story. That shit is. But if you thought this story was bananas about how he knocked over a jewelry store, went to jail, went to prison, got attacked, kicked out of his cell, made lifelong friends. This Crime Stopper story, holy shit.
Yeah.
I heard it for the first time last night and I was dying. It was hilarious. But at the same time, just like, how the fuck does this stuff happen to you? How does it happen to you?
We were searching for it, bro.
We were out there looking.
We were looking, dude. It was like we had metal detectors, but they were caca detectors, and we just happened to find it all the time.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's the lifestyle, right? Oh, hey, do you have any shows coming up, by the way, Eddie?
I'm doing this private gig on Saturday. I cleared my books just recently after headlining the LOL, but I'm about to get back on and start filling up some dates. But
well, I think you're working on a special right now too.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Yeah. I got a little something in the works, man.
Can't wait for that one. Where do people follow you on Facebook?
Follow me on Facebook.
He's old. He's only got Facebook. You don't have the other shit.
And it links to my Instagram. I just don't know how to use it completely yet.
Dude, I've tagged you in so much shit on Instagram and
I know.
Nothing.
I'm gonna start. Follow my podcast, What's Up Sucker Podcast, on FMCW Studios.
Yeah, it's Josh's network.
Yeah, man. So check me out. I'll be around. You'll see me doing some stuff. Follow my skating, BMXing.
Hell yeah.
Riding my Harley out of my still ride my skateboard.
And now you distribute tattoo equipment.
He's
a distributor.
I'm the main rep for Kingpin Tattoo Supplies over here in South Texas.
And doing all kinds of fun shows. Oh, were you going to hit the applause button, Josh? Was that what you were going to do? No? Okay, never mind. Josh, do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, yes. I got a bunch of shows.
You got a bunch of shows?
Specials coming up.
Yeah, hold on.
Josh has a special coming out?
I got
the Valley.
What do you have?
There you go.
That is way late, dude.
He's
disrespecting you.
Not at all.
He's disrespecting
I'll shank him later.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
July 29th, I'll be at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club headlining. Come check that out.
Yeah.
August 4th, South Potter Island. August 6th, recording my album in Weslaco, Texas.
Love
my
it.
hometown at Tower Theater. That's August 6th. August 13th, I will be at Bastrop. And check out the Comedy Frequency.
That's right. ComedyFrequency.com, y'all. That's Josh's podcast company. Pretty badass. He's got a lot of good shit. He's got Edward's What's Up Sucka podcast. Great shit. You did an episode with Chris Perez.
Yeah, Selena's husband.
Yeah,
that's my bro.
That shit's wild.
Yeah,
like I said, Edward knows some people. I've got a couple shows coming up. The only one that I want y'all to really watch out for is July 30th at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club with Matt Rife from Wild and Out.
Oh, nice.
Edward, you think I'm handsome? This guy's so handsome.
Well, that's because I've been to prison, dude. I think you would be more handsome in prison.
I think that's not true.
I think if you shaved your ass and just learned how to walk backwards, you'd be like the most popular person in prison, dude. Oh, and my bad. Did I say that out loud?
Shave my ass. I would never. I would wax it.
Oh,
I'd wax it.
And there'd be a few dudes that would wax it in there too.
Oh, come on, dude. We don't need to. Let's go.
What's up with that thing?
Yeah. Okay, so what we're doing, we're still doing the $100 Visa gift card giveaway. All we need to do is hit 3,000 views on the live stream, and we're going to pick one of the comments, and that person wins $100. Easy.
Done.
Easy peasy.
If not, I'll give you Davey's address, and you can go find him and collect that money
He does
yourself.
not know where I live. He has no clue. I know where you live, but you don't know where I live.
It's all right. I got a jail in front of my house, too.
He's got people. He's got people out there. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for tuning in and listening to Friends with Davey. You guys are awesome, as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And check out DaveyJax.com for all upcoming shows and links and, social media and everything. We'll see you next week. Edward will be back, so stay tuned for that. Later, y'all. Peace.
Secret Service Team, the Eagle has landed and is making his way down the helicopter stairs.